What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. We are here today. A lot of stuff is honestly going on here. Look at the Nasdaq right here. The Nasdaq has dumped today. Specifically, this is what happened. Okay, we got a lot of stuff that happened. Good morning. Good morning. I didn't do the green screen today. I can't really fit behind that thing, and it kind of just crowds my morning. What's up, Pawn, Max, Edson, Yee, Rambling, Corey? The chat is working. Look at the chat. Okay, I was wondering what was going on here. I must have just been waiting for it to start.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning. There we go. What's up, chat? What's up, Jay? Anyways, what's going on right now? If you're just out tuning in, what's going on right now? The Nasdaq dumped down this morning. Yesterday, the president talked about escorting ships through the Strait of Hormuz, right? He called it Project Freedom. He announced that over the weekend that the U.S. Navy would begin escorting stranded commercial vessels through Hormuz starting today. Iran's response was immediate. They said a U.S. interference, quote, will be considered a violation of the ceasefire, end quote. Iran's parliament's national security head said the Strait of Hormuz would not be managed by the president's post. Now, Iranian state media is claiming that they fired on a U.S. ship. This is what ultimately dropped the Nasdaq here. This is the Nasdaq falling. People are basically pricing in the ceasefire potentially being broken here, is what this is. And yeah, markets are a little nervous here. Markets are a little nervous. So yeah, this is markets pricing in the ceasefire being potentially broken. One of the things that you can see, though, is that shortly after this, right, like very shortly after this, the U.S. basically came out denying that this was going on. They basically came out denying any of this happened. We saw a message saying, let's find what exactly the message said. CENTCOM said no U.S. Navy ship has been struck. Again, CENTCOM said no U.S. Navy ship has been struck. And honestly, it's hard to say who's telling the truth here. It's hard to figure out who's telling the truth. The reality of it is both sides have an incentive to be a little bit embellishing about it. Yeah, both sides have an incentive to, you know. Now, I'm hoping what the U.S. is saying is true. I want that to be true. But who freaking knows here, man? Who freaking knows? And yeah.
Yeah, you can.
What do you guys think? No,
honestly,
not really. Yeah,
it's possible either way. I mean, I feel like we probably would have responded militarily already had it happened. But who knows? I mean, there's several reasons not to. So
right, 100%. What's up, Big Slum? Brian, Max, Jay, Jono, Gene, Jay. Want to be a trader, gamer, significant, Steve, Connor, Deckers, Dave, Killing, Mumble, Luke, Raga, Johnny Be Good, I don't know how to pronounce that one, Jin, Checkerboard, Max, Alt, I think I said Luke already, Julie, Josh, Amber, Stoic, Techie, Quat, Kevin, Ben, Eric, Plasma, Toby, UE, Chef, Edson, Rambling, and I think that's everybody. What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing good today. What's up? Good news. How you doing, my friend? My coffee is strong this morning here, man. You know what? I was making my coffee, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to add a couple extra scoops here, just so I got the energy I need to focus this morning. So cheers to you guys. Good morning. Good morning. I am trying to... There we go. Hey, good morning, my friends.
With this one.
Yeah, the coffee is strong with me today. The coffee is strong with me today. Hey, what's up, Ashan? Yeah, I hate to say this. Go ahead, Britt. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say I'm having the same morning. Mine's strong as heck. Like it might as well be served so thick.
Dude, mine is like I don't put sugar in my coffee, right? So when I sip it, this coffee is strong enough where I kind of like it's so bitter. I'm like, oof, you know. It wakes me up though. I'm awake.
You kind of got to take a breath after each sip.
Yeah, no, it's legit strong. What's up, Memphis? Does the market continue to rebound? Yeah, as soon as the U.S. said nothing's been hit, the market basically popped all the way back up here. So we filled, I would say, like 2/3 of this gap down from this news this morning. About 2/3 of the gap down was filled from this news. So yeah, that's what it tastes like. Checkerboard. That's what it tastes like. It's good though. I like the bitterness. I'm a big believer in black coffee because I like the bitterness. I need the bitterness. Some say I want the bitterness. You know.
Same here. I only drink black. I mean, don't get me wrong. I prefer it with cream and sugar, just like anybody else. But I've trained myself to drink black coffee.
Yeah, no, for sure. Top 3 best coffee maker in the world. Oh, all right. And again, guys, we are in this trade. Is it a buy or sell right now, chat? Let me know what you guys think. Is this a buy or sell right now? Is it a buy or sell? Let me know. What do you guys think? 6 days since my surgery. What's up, Kevin?
As long as it's been sideways, going sideways like this, what time did that start?
Yeah, so most of this stuff happened earlier. This happened at about 5 a.m. our time, Brit. Or no. Yeah, about 5 o'clock our time. So this is about 6 o'clock Eastern time is when the news of the potential ships getting hit was. We've had a lot of back and forth about this, but yeah, basically U.S. denying. We have other news like this on the screen where you can kind of see here. Sorry, I got to get my stuff going. If you look at the bottom of the screen, Iran has planned other actions if needed beyond firing at U.S. ships, according to an unnamed source from Tasnim news agency. So we see that going on right now. Here, let me fix my chat. There we go.
It's been trending sideways for about 45 minutes. I don't know. I mean, like, it's so sideways. I can't really say one way or the other whether to buy or sell, but I don't know. I mean, try going long.
Yeah, I mean, I bought oil after this rebound here, so I am in oil. We are up a whopping $8 right now, a whopping $8, but I'm in oil right now. Let's see if it holds. This is a challenge account. This is an eval. I'm not going to trade my funded accounts this early, but I will try to get funded on this eval here, so we'll see what happens here, guys. But I did buy the dip in oil. It looked a little bull flaggy, so we bought the dip. Let me know if you guys think that is a good move here. Yeah, what do you guys think?
Feels like the market's in kind of a holding pattern, waiting for more news one way or the other.
Bro, I swear, this chat widget is freaking crazy. There it is. Okay. But the attack is denied. You sure you want to stay in oil? I mean, no, I'm not sure, bro. No, I'm not sure. You know?
I was asking you guys.
The chat is denied. Or the chat is denied. The attack is denied. That's true. But we've already rebounded like 70% of the drop we originally made here in the Nasdaq. And oil has pulled back about 70%, maybe 50% in oil. And so
the question is, do we keep rebounding or not?
Right. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, GameStop is trying to acquire eBay. Yeah, GameStop, eBay is big news in markets today too, man. GameStop and eBay. The question is go ahead.
I was gonna say, are they trying to buy it outright, or I saw somewhere that they're trying to acquire like 5% of the available shares or something like that.
No, they're trying to buy it outright for $56 billion. So GameStop is offering to buy eBay at about $125 a share here. We'll come back to this trade right here. But yeah, they're trying to buy it for $125 a share. Here's eBay right now, the stock. They're at 113, so it is a premium relative to where it is now. And really, prior to this acquisition news, eBay was only at about $104 a share. So it's popped eBay up a significant amount. It is a decent premium for it. And GameStop, you know, the question is eBay going to accept this? What do you guys think, chat? Will eBay accept this offer? I mean, it is a 20 to 25% premium relative to their closing price from Friday. It gives it an implied market cap of $55 billion. So, I mean, that's not a small offer. That's not a small offer.
I mean, what reasons would they have to deny it? I mean, what
well,
do you think?
It depends on what shareholders do. I think it's possible they accept it. But it depends. It's all about whether they approve it. I mean, nobody knows what the board's going to do there.
Or why.
Yeah, no, 100%. Buy John so I can short it. Buy what? Buy what? Here's eBay. Here's GameStop. GameStop. This should make GameStop go up. GameStop needs to diversify away from their current business model. And so GameStop's current business model is selling physical video game products. The problem is that nobody buys physical video game products except for Brit. Right now, Brit is a physical video game buyer right now, Brit. So tell me, why have you killed GameStop, Brit? Why have you killed GameStop?
Because my internet connection got better, and it was just so much easier to sit home and buy digital copies.
Do you buy digital
Honestly,
now?
Mostly, yeah. Honestly, the only reason I ever bought physical copies before was because my internet was so bad. Like, it took me like 3 days to download a game. You know,
His
You know?
internet is bad and has been bad for years and years. You know that person you play video games with, and they're always lagging, and you're like, dude, fix your internet. That's
falling out of matches and stuff.
yeah. His players just kind of running to the side, like you don't know where he's going. You know. So
entertaining for everybody else.
It's gone full circle though. Yeah, it's gone full circle though.
But yes, I've got good internet now, and so I do digital mostly. But I do kind of lament the fall of GameStop. I like the brick and mortar stores where you actually have people to talk to.
Yeah, GameStop's nice, but honestly, I haven't been to a GameStop in a while. If the last time I went was with my son.
Well, it's kind of become the video game equivalent of Blockbuster. It's like you can just do everything on your TV. Why go to Blockbuster? Even though I miss Blockbuster.
I miss Blockbuster too, but I miss the age in which we went to Blockbuster more than I miss. Yeah. Like I liked going to Blockbuster. Blockbuster was hype when you went. Blockbuster was like
it was a family outing.
Right. You go there, you get candy, you pick out a movie, you go home and watch. Movies were just better when you built them up that much. Right now, it's like you want to watch a movie, boom, let's watch a movie. It's a one. You don't get as hyped up for it. That's what really the issue. And so,
miss it. You guilt your dad into buying you an Xbox.
Yeah. No, for sure. All right, guys. So yeah, I am in oil right now. This is an eval, so if I lose,
not a big deal.
It's okay. Yeah. Is it time to buy oil, guys? What do you guys think?
I think oil's. I don't know, dude. I think it's probably gonna fall back down.
It's definitely a little riskier right now because we're in the middle of GameStop CEO says we haven't heard anything yet from eBay according to CNBC. So I did see this catalyst just drop. So again, GameStop CEO saying they haven't heard anything back yet from from eBay apparently, according to them. Hey, what's up, Faye?
By the phone.
Yeah. What's up, Faye? What's up?
Hey, Faye.
Gob. I bought my Switch 2. Bro, I bought my Soda Switch 2, dude. I swear, he has played that Switch 2, like, once. Genuinely, like, once or twice, bro. And I'm offended by it. Like, I bought him the Switch 2, and it was right after it came out. The thing was, like, $800 with the game when I bought it. Yeah, dude. The Switch does the whole, I'm going to get out here. I just don't trust oil right now.
So is it the base model, or is it the Switch 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Is that a real thing, or are you just making up words? Is that a real thing?
No, dude. I'm making fun of something. Something I do where it's applicable.
Yeah.
No, there was movies back in the day. One was called Breakin', and then the sequel was called Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, and so I just threw that on the end of stuff.
Yeah, no. But I paid whatever the super high amount was for it. I paid the premium for the Switch 2. And my son is aged out of the Nintendo products, I think, though. Like, my son had... And I remember, I can't even get mad. I had an N64. I had a GameCube. I like Zelda. And then I just kind of age out of them after a certain point. Then I'm like, let's go play, like, grown-up games. Let's play Xbox.
Yeah. Nintendo, basically, except for the NES, they always seem to cater more towards, like, the younger end of the spectrum. And... I always that's why I never played them past NES. NES was really more adult.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Sorry, but anyway, what's the Nasdaq doing?
Nasdaq is starting to come down a little bit here. I should have maybe stayed in oil here. If I got out of my oil trade, and it would have been green. I don't know who I'm blaming. It's definitely not my fault. I'm just joking. I think realistically, it's probably the right move to cut it. If we look at even if we don't go down, even if we end up going higher, I think looking at it makes sense. I think 110 is a pretty big level too, but a lot of this is just depending on news here. Oil is elevated. 105 might be relevant, so we can watch 105. The thing about oil is that we have a lot of milestone areas underneath us here. So we have the 200 exponential right here. We have the volume weighted average price right here. We got the previous closing price right here. Maybe those are going to prop oil up right now. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but maybe those are going to prop oil up. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, if we look at the Nasdaq here, the Nasdaq, when I first looked at it yesterday, oh,
You good,
I'm
man?
sorry. I'm good. I'm just choking on my coffee, bro. I'm good. The Nasdaq here, when I titled my stream yesterday, it's kind of funny. I titled my stream yesterday. Things were optimistic yesterday. You know, we had word over the weekend. One of the things that we did here over the weekend was that Iran apparently, and it's hard to tell what's the truth or not, but Iran apparently sent us a proposal that could accept, you know, getting rid of nuclear, essentially, is what the proposal is. What the news surrounding the proposal said was that it basically would accept at least a long-term pause to their nuclear enrichment, monitoring, and more. And this was something that was previously out of the other offers. Like the other offers were basically like, yo, let's get a deal done right now, and then we'll figure out nuclear later. We got some news over the weekend that they were potentially entertaining a proposal to leave nuclear on the table and deal with that now. And so when we see markets opened up yesterday, you know, here's the Sunday open yesterday. Markets did open a little green. You know, here's where we closed on Friday. Here's where we opened up yesterday. And so markets were optimistic. We're pretty close to all-time highs. And that's what I titled the stream. I was like, hey, markets are close to all-time highs. I get up this morning and boom, I read the news, you know, 2 U.S. ships fired upon. I read the news, ceasefire could be broken, and the Nasdaq definitely reacted negatively to this. And we're still down. The question is it true? And I don't know. That's where the Nasdaq is going to go short term. It's going to depend on whether this catalyst is true or not. Like the U.S. is coming out again saying that didn't happen, that they're not confirming that it happened at all. And so the big question is what happens in that context. Like what happens in updates on that is really going to guide markets, I think, short term. If we take a look at gold here, gold is down to 4,500s. So gold in the middle of this has been pulling back here. Gold is at 4560s. Really the low of the last like 6 or 7 months is at just over 4,000. And I think 4,000 underneath is going to be a really interesting milestone area for gold. I think a lot of people are watching 4K. If we look at the S&P 500 here, I think we could look at 7,000. I think when you look at a long-term chart, we have a lot of potential indicators here, like the 4-hour 200 exponentials at that spot. And when we zoom out, a lot of confirmed resistance at 7,000. And so if we do correct here, a lot of people, one of the big stories in markets right now, one of the big stories is that when Warsh steps in, generally speaking, when we get new Fed members, there's a potential drop that we sometimes get here. And so markets are now pricing, and this is a fear that I've seen circulating around markets for the last like 3, 4, 5 days since the last Jerome Powell meeting. But generally speaking, with new Fed chairman, the market generally pulls back some. Some say around 20%. Others are saying it's not going to be that bad with Warsh. And we'll go deeper into that in a second. Yeah, I'm pulling up the history of that right now just so I can make sure I get my facts right regarding this. But one of the more interesting things about Kevin Warsh is that Warsh might do something that has very, very rarely been done, right? If it's ever been done at all, I have to go back and check. So Warsh is a big, proponent of interest rate cuts, especially right now. He said we could cut interest rates, but he's kind of against quantitative easing, money printing. And so one of the things that we might see is that the Fed might actually reduce their balance sheet. And this is what's been speculated. The Fed might actually reduce their balance sheet while simultaneously cutting interest rates. And this really hasn't been done before. And so the question is, how does the market respond with lower interest rates? I honestly, personally, I think that might be a good move. Reduce the balance sheet. That might combat inflation. But you can also lower interest rates, which doesn't necessarily cause the inflation at the profound levels people act like. It's just small rate cuts. And so it's kind of almost a hedge where you're lowering the balance sheet, but also cutting interest rates simultaneously. And maybe we'll get positive reactions for it. That's what people are essentially acting like. Okay, so when Greenspan gave it up to Bernanke as Fed chairman, we didn't have an immediate crash. Markets kept rallying for 18 months after Bernanke or Bernanke took over. The real crisis was subprime, and Lehman didn't hit until 2.5 years in, but the seeds were already planted when he took a seat. When Bernanke gave it up to Yellen, it was a relatively smooth transition. Markets did pull back modestly, but recovered. When Yellen gave it up to Powell, Powell took over February 5th, 2018. The market dropped 10% in his first week. 10% in the first week. That, yeah, I probably should have held my oil position here. But oil's not really jumping up either. I'm going to check other breaking news, but yeah. When Powell stepped in, market dropped 10% in his first week. They call it the Volmageddon crash. Another 20% correction in quarter 4 of that year from trade war fears. So his first year was rough. We had somebody publish a study today that controls for macro factors. They said once you remove CPI, Fed funds, recession risk, VIX, and yield curve from the analysis, the drawdown effect drops from 7.7 to just 1.8%. The study argues the big drawdowns weren't caused by the new chair; they were caused by macro environment the new chair inherited. Greenspan didn't cause Black Monday. Powell didn't cause Volmageddon. They just started during fragile markets, and that's probably true. Honestly, that's probably true.
You said that?
I'll have. Yeah, I'll send it to you. Yeah, I got you. What do you guys think, chat? Warsh is a snake. I don't trust anyone who wants to push for CBDCs. Gold and silver miners will make you rich. What's up, Donnie? I love Michael Jackson. Oh, that's cool. How can they reduce the balance sheet when they're buying $40 billion worth of treasuries a month? Everyone is looking for a reason to short.
Don't they have like a $6 trillion balance sheet or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, right now what they're supposed to be doing, and I know they're doing like repos, but what they're supposed to be doing is they're supposed to be keeping the balance sheet the same size. That means when some of their holdings mature and run off, they buy an equivalent amount, in turn keeping the balance sheet the same size. They were doing quantitative tightening. So they were doing a tightening cycle, but that ended in November of last year. So what they're doing now, again, we'll have to wait and see. But again, they go ahead, bro.
And I'm not really asking you so much. I'm asking everybody. I'm just kind of putting it out there. But take easing out of the equation completely, whether they do or don't. What does reducing the balance sheet really do? I mean, like,
hold on. Oil is spiking up right now here. See, I should have held that oil long, bro. I am the top 3 worst ever at getting out too early. Look at oil spike it up. I should have held it. Let me see what's going on right now. So following the announcement of the U.S.-led Project Freedom, vessel traffic in the Strait of Hormuz remains at a trickle, and the majority of vessels that are transiting are using the Iranian traffic separation scheme and not the projected Freedom Corridor closer to Oman. We had Tyson Food release earnings. They posted 73 cents a share. I don't think that's what this is, though.
Russia attacked 5 facilities in eastern Ukraine on May 3rd. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
No, I don't think that's it. I think the news is coming out. I
don't know why this made my news feed 48 seconds ago. If it happened yesterday, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so a U.S. official said. Yeah, a U.S. official said the rules of engagement for U.S. forces in the region have been changed, and they were authorized to strike immediate threats against ships that cross the strait, like IRGC fast boats or Iranian missile positions. He wants action. Trump's frustration with Iran's stalemate sparked Hormuz gambit, U.S. officials say. So I think this is the catalyst here, making oil spike up a little bit.
Would that kind of signal to you that the attacks on U.S. ships yesterday or this morning did in fact happen?
Not necessarily. It's hard to figure out who's saying this, right? Like, there's no real solid, this person said this until it's confirmed in that way. We really don't know. It just says a U.S. official. Axios reporting saying a U.S. official said the rules of engagement for U.S. forces in the region have been changed and they were authorized to strike immediate threats against ships that cross the strait. So that news is what's spiking up markets right now, is this specific news here. But it's also one of those situations in which, it's hard to figure out what's true or not. Axios can be accurate. Like, here's the full story right here. Like, that's the full story right here. But again, it's hard to figure out whether it's true or not.
Yeah, honestly.
But I would say, or go ahead. No, you're good. Go ahead. You first.
Okay. All right. No, I was just gonna say, like, the only reason I I thought that the previous story may have been true because this is like, it seems like a rule of engagement change would need some kind of catalyst. Or impetus.
Right. No, I think it definitely makes the odds a little bit more in that way. Right. I think it definitely like influences the odds a little bit more that way. Where why would they do that? They do that if they were actually hit. But I also think, it's hard to tell. It really is.
It is, and honestly, it's kind of exhausting trying to like suss all this out, all this political international based stuff.
Yeah, and honestly, it's a busy week here, guys. So luckily, Iran is not going to be the only thing we talk about. Honestly, it's a busy week for jobs. This week for jobs, we specifically have tomorrow we have ISM manufacturing. We have the JOLTS job report. Wednesday we have the ADP monthly jobs report, which some people would argue is more accurate than the actual official jobs report we get this Friday. So we have that going on. Thursday, we have jobless claims and more. Friday, we have the actual NFP unemployment report. So every day this week, we're pretty busy for economic data, except for today. And today, really, geopolitics is taken front and center just with all the craziness over the weekend here. I am going to try to get into some trades right now, though. Oil has come all the way back down here. So oil spiked up on that news report that you can see right at the bottom of the screen, but then it's come all the way back down. It's sitting at 105s. It's now under 105s, actually, for oil. So it's moving a little bit here. And again, this catalyst is because the officials said the rules of engagement for U.S. forces in the region have been changed and they were authorized to strike immediate threats against ships that cross the strait. This is according to an Axios reporter. So we'll see what happens. But is it a buy or sell right now, guys? Is the market a buy or sell? Should I buy or sell? Here's oil. Oil now under 105s. The Nasdaq did go all the way down. Look at that previous closing price bounce. And this is why we talk about watching the previous closing price, because look at this bounce right here. So here's the previous close. We literally go right down to it and immediately pop right back up here. So interesting area. But
well, Ben, let's see, what is it?
Thoughts on GameStop? I don't know. I think GameStop is interesting. I think, honestly, this is the right move for GameStop. You know, I hear people asking me about GameStop. I think it's the right move, honestly. I think GameStop needs to diversify away from stores. The stores are super, like, hard on margins. They're expensive to run. They're expensive to operate. They don't get that much traffic there. I think GameStop needs to diversify away from stores. And so if you want GameStop to succeed, you want this eBay acquisition to go through. You want this eBay, buyout to go through.
Basically offload the overhead of the brick and mortar stores. Basically adapt or die.
Right. They've already...
If they stick with their current model, they're going to go away.
100%. They absolutely are. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. Like, GameStop cannot not continue to run their current business model. As technology evolves, I told people this 6 years ago. They cannot continue to operate the same business model. They must adapt or die. All right, for GameStop. This is just objectively true. I'm a big video game guy. Britt's a big video game guy. Obviously, GameStop needs to evolve past what they're doing. Yes, when new consoles come out, people need them. They might get little bumps in sales, and that might, help them, of course. But over time, what it looks like the future of video games is right now is that over time there's going to be less consoles out there. Microsoft's debating, there might be some big merge in the future with Sony, Xbox. There might be less consoles to sell. People buy less physical copies of video games. So video games altogether, you can just basically X out that business over time, because eventually video game sales are going to go completely gone for them. Yes, they can sell used games, and that's cool and everything. But with Game Pass and stuff like that and the evolution of that, they need to diversify away from it. It's just obvious. This is just obvious. But yeah.
Honestly, I kind of wonder, as VR gets more and more advanced, if video games will evolve away from storyline based games completely and just go just massive open world stuff with like random quests designed by AI and stuff.
Right, for sure. And also, I'm supposed to have this sub notification thing here. Somebody hit the subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed, do it now. Help me test it, because I'm supposed to have a sub notification thing. Try to see if I could see it. Where's my alert box?
It seems like a way to lure people in. Come on, guys, help me test it out.
Help me test it out. Wait, subscribe. Chat, subscribe. Yeah. Help me test this thing. Yeah. Look, I'll do what I gotta do, Brett. I'll do what I gotta do. We don't have any economic data that's relevant. Not any big data today. Tomorrow is when the data starts. Today is kind of just geopolitics. We have durable goods. We have factory orders at 10 o'clock. That's basically it. Nothing else really big comes out today. We have a bunch of Fed speakers this week as well, but we essentially have factory orders. Yeah, well, I did the alert box, but I have to go check it. Subscriber. Let me test it. This is a test. YouTube subscribers. Yeah, see, that's what it'll look like. Kevin. Shout out to Kevin. The fake subscriber.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so yeah, there you go. Okay. GameStop is focused on Pokemon. Yeah, but I don't know if that's going to sustain their business here. You get mine? No, I didn't, RB, but I appreciate you help. There you go, Alexander, my guy. Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, I just wanted to check it. Shout out to my guy, Alexander here. Mark Young. Okay, my guys over here. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate it. My plan worked. I talked you guys into subscribing. You watch the stream every day, and you don't subscribe, and now I talked you into doing it. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it.
Very much so.
Hey, thank you, IK. Fred,
Seems like one
guy.
of those Tom and Jerry mousetraps, though, honestly.
It kind of is, but I genuinely did want to test it. I wanted to see what the heck is going on there.
I know.
Yeah. Kevin Warsh just subscribed. Listen, Kevin, are you going to cut interest rates while simultaneously reducing the Fed's balance sheet? Answer this now. We want to know.
Dude, what if it was really him?
I don't know what to do here. We got a really tight range on the Nasdaq. I'm about to unsub and resub just to see my name in lights on screen. It's your moment, Faye. It's your moment. But yeah, the Nasdaq, guys, 27,800s here. I'm still watching.
Short oil and go long on the Nasdaq.
Yeah. The only real news that we've gotten. The problem with news like this comes out. Here's the real issue. Okay, like you have big catalysts like this come out. But after the catalyst releases, people don't know what the hell to do, right? So you get these big moves up and down. Hey, shout out to Reish. You get these big moves up and down. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. I appreciate it. You get these, shout out to BJ. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate the subs, guys. Shout out to you guys. I might have to turn this down, though. But yeah, you get these big moves. And then nobody knows what to do after these news releases. And so you're basically just chopping sideways in neutral. Everybody doesn't know what to do. And so you get big moves like this from geopolitics. And then you basically get, what is this, like an hour and a half of chop from this. And so these news releases basically kill the market direction short term, or kill the momentum short term, kill the trading short term, because it's so difficult to trade this chop. Shout out Champagne. I appreciate it, brother. But yeah, it basically just kills this chop. I might actually have to turn the sub notifications off. I appreciate it, guys. I do. I genuinely appreciate you guys. Thank you for subscribing to my channel.
Are you just getting a bunch of them?
Yeah. We've gotten like 5 in the last 30 seconds.
Sweet.
I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Now I guess the big question is, and I haven't done a poll. Yeah, I'm going to turn it off. All right, we turned it off. At least it's working, though. At least it's working. The question is, where does the Nasdaq go here? Here's the Nasdaq. We're at 27,800s. Hey, BJ, I appreciate the sub. Thank you, my friend. Wait, aren't you? No, okay. The question is, where do we go now? Buy or sell right now in the NQ. Buy or sell. Because I'm going to start trading this. Oil is breaking down. So it looks like my exit in oil was the correct move here. Looks like my exit in oil was the correct move. Look at oil start to dip. So oil is now under this. I might short a little bit of oil here. It's a risky move, I know. But I'm considering shorting some oil. Let's see. If we get a bounce up to like 104.50s, I might take a couple small positions in oil. What does the chat say? I can't see it right now. I ask people buy or sell, buy or sell. Buy, sell.
Buy.
Yeah, mostly.
One person says sell.
Yeah, so buying the Nasdaq and selling oil are basically the same thing right now.
Yeah, that's what yeah. what I said like 5 minutes ago.
Buy. We are close to all-time highs. All right, I'm short oil. We have 4 micro contracts of CL futures right now. 4 micro contracts of CL futures. Also, use my coupon code BGT at all major prop firms. I appreciate it. But we are shorting oil here. Yeah, pawn. I just turned it off. It's just too loud. I could turn the sound off of it, though. Is there a way to... I'll have to figure it out. Yeah, so German Foreign Minister Wadafel, probably mispronouncing that, but Wadafel advised Iran to prepare for negotiations during a discussion with his Iranian counterparts. All right, so we are up about $116 here, shorting oil. I'm going to take half off here and just lock it in. Get into a nice little morning green. Dollar versus oil, short oil. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Sell in May and walk away. Yeah, there's a big dynamic of sell in May and walk away. There is a big dynamic. Sell in May, walk away. Yeah, the news was that, you know, officials said to use... we had a couple different catalysts. But the latest one is that a U.S. official said the rules of engagement for U.S. forces in the region have been changed and they were authorized to strike immediate threats against ships that cross the strait. That's the recent news that we're seeing. Oil is continuing to fall down here. So I will accept this. I'm going to hold this probably. And let me put a window up so you can actually see. Oh, it's so strong. The coffee is so strong today, bro. Oh my gosh, dude.
Bear with it, John. It's not supposed to take your breath away. You sure there's not vinegar in it or something?
No, dude. It's just strong, bro. It's just strong. It's your fault, Brett. I blame you. Okay. It's definitely your fault.
It's okay. I should have made more of a man out of you.
I know, dude. I know. I should be able to handle this. But man, it is so strong today, bro. It is so strong.
Dude, is Bitcoin over 79,000 right now?
Here, hold on. I'm putting my P&L on screen so you can see it a little bit cleaner here. Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin has been, you know, doing better. Bitcoin is currently at 78,000, which is good. It's good. Here's Bitcoin right here if you guys want to see it.
I'm sorry, my chart's all wonky. I can't figure it out.
This is Bitcoin right here. So Bitcoin currently at 78,800s for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's at 78,800s. Let's see if it holds, guys. Let's see if it holds. But I'm happy about Bitcoin. I want to see Bitcoin keep popping back. What's up, Blaze? Hey, good morning, my friend. Yeah, I mean, sell in May and go away doesn't always happen here. It's not something that always happens. Sometimes it's buy in May and stay, you know, instead of sell in May and go away. But so it doesn't always happen. That's the point. All right, Iranian officials walked back their own statement. Did they really? I don't see that.
I don't see it either.
Generally speaking, though, both sides will embellish, especially the Middle Eastern side. Okay, so yeah, here's the recent news that we got 40 minutes ago, is that a senior Iranian official said Iran fired a warning shot against the U.S. warship to prevent its entry into the Strait of Hormuz. It's unclear whether there was any actual damage. So that is kind of the recent update to it, is that, yes, the ship was fired upon, but it's unclear if there was any damage. And that would actually make the most sense because U.S. is denying anything's been hit. Iran saying that something's been fired upon, and so it makes sense if the truth was somewhere in the middle in the context of, hey, you know, yes, there was a firing, but ultimately there's no damage done.
Yeah, I would tend to believe that because, I mean, you know, I'm sure that if they really needed to, that they would strike physical targets, but I don't think they actually want to incur any extra wrath right now or really break the ceasefire right now.
Right.
Not saying they won't ever do it, because I'm sure they, under certain circumstances, they would.
Right. No, 100%.
But a shot across the bow is not, you know, unheard of, obviously.
Yeah, I'm in this oil short here. I don't know what I should do with this thing. I mean, I'm already up. I've already locked in profit, so we got some time to wait here. But I don't want to let the profit just kind of backtrack on me. You know what I mean? So we'll give it some time, but we are under the 200 exponential. Under. The problem is 104 seems to actually be holding this thing up a little bit. We'll give it some time though. You know, basically the news that they're backtracking and saying that nothing was actually hit, I think it's more optimistic. Oil might continue to fall back down. First week in May is red. What are we dealing with this? What are we dealing with this week? What was that? Could you guys hear that?
What?
Did you hear that, chat? Or is this just my imagination?
What did it sound like?
I appreciate the subscribes, though. Thanks so much for the subscribes. I like to watch oil with these candles blaze. Yeah, Palantir has earnings this evening. So does AMD this week. Yeah, you did hear that? Okay, I gotta... Is there a way to mute this? There's gotta be a way. Yes, you heard it? Okay. Remove. Alright, I just removed it. Alright, guys, so we are green here. Oil's still falling down a little bit, so... Yeah. Alright, so we're still green. I don't know what I want to do with this here. We're waiting for it. Sound like a video game? Extra life? Sounded like a sub alert. That's what it was. Yeah, we're still at oil here. Let's see what this does. But I want to give it time to break down. Yeah, this is Streamlabs. Bro, I turned it off, bro. Okay, here. I know exactly what this is. Let me exit out of Streamlabs. Yeah, there we go. Oil below 100 is a buy. Yeah, I'm shorting oil right now, though. But right now, oil is definitely not under 100. It's at 104s. Again, if you're just out tuned in, the news here is from back and forth action on the Strait of Hormuz. So, President came out saying he was going to start escorting ships through the Strait yesterday. Then this morning we woke up and there were news from Iran that basically said that they fired and hit ships, U.S. ships. And that's what ultimately caused this big spike in oil that you can see if we zoom out here. And then the U.S. basically came out denying this. They basically said, hey, we didn't do any of that, that none of that happened. And then we got news maybe like an hour ago that Iran said that they fired a warning shot, that there's no confirmation of anything actually getting hit. And so, you know, that's basically where we're at now with it, where we went up big for oil, we spiked on this catalyst, and now we're kind of dipping back down. If we continue to get news that ultimately didn't happen, maybe oil will continue pushing back down here. It is 8 o'clock in the morning right now, guys, so it is 8 o'clock. And, yeah, let's see what we get today. We'll see what we get.
Great.
Oil still pushing back down here. You can see oil. We're shorting oil at about 104.30s here. 104.30s for oil. Yeah, May the 4th be with you guys. It's the National Star Wars holiday. Yeah. Alphabet in the U.S. discussed AI capacity at a meeting on Thursday as well. Yeah, join our Discord, guys. Our Discord link is right there. Check it out. Join it. Participate in it. We appreciate you guys. Let me pin that to the top of the chat, actually. How do I pin this? There it is. Join our Discord. I pinned it to the top of the chat. Let's do a poll here today, guys. Does oil stay... What's a good question for the poll here? I'm trying to think of one right now. Does oil...
don't know. Does oil continue to drop? I don't know.
Oh, wait, dude. I just disappeared. I see what happened. I got rid of the chat overlay from Streamlabs, not the notification sound. All right, I fixed it. All right, look at my trade here. Oil continuing to break down. Let's see if any news just happened here. Yeah, let's see if any news just happened. But I do see... yeah, I do see oil still coming down here. And luckily, I'm in oil, which is nice. I am in oil right now. But
I gotta... Sorry, man. I gotta step away from it. I'll be back.
Yeah, you're good. Let's see what we got. eBay receives an unsolicited offer from GameStop. Had no prior talks with GameStop. The board will evaluate the proposal with advisors. But look at oil fall here. Let me see if the Nasdaq is bumping up. So the Nasdaq is going up. Oil's coming down here. We are short. I'm going to go ahead and take one of these off again. All right, we just got out of half of that. I don't see any catalyst here really for this though. US is looking for ways to speed up approval for Google TPUs according to New York Times. Yeah, we got out of some of this. Let's see if it holds, but something could have just happened here. But yeah, we're still shorting oil. It's looking pretty solid. We've already locked in 3 out of 4 contracts in profit now. And so we're just kind of sitting on the rest here as oil continues to correct a little bit. You know, I told people I wasn't going to trade news. I told people I don't trade news. You know, I would never trade news, guys, but I'm trading this news right here because, you know, I'm flip-floppy this morning. That's basically what I'm saying here. Oil going down on pre-market daily chart. Check out yearly chart. What's up, Pew? Thoughts on Beyond Meat expecting army contracts? You can't be telling the truth. BYND, I don't like it. Is it really? You got to be making stuff up. Strategy pauses Bitcoin buying, raises 82 million. Strategy sold 492,000 shares last week, raising 82 million, but made no new Bitcoin purchases. Holdings remain unchanged at 818,334 Bitcoin, with an average buy price of 75,537 per coin. Company still has about 26.4 billion in capacity. Where's the Monday morning golden tweet? I don't know, my friend. I don't know. All I know is bring oil down for me, please. Bring oil down. I'm betting on optimism today. You know, my nickname can just be John the Optimist. You know, and some people probably call me that. You know, I'm definitely really optimistic as a person. But somebody push oil down, push the Nasdaq higher here because we are shorting oil right now. Are we winning? Maybe. It may sound crazy, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. I like it. I like it. You know? I might actually steal that. I might steal that. Am I a purple? Maybe I am, guys. Maybe I am here. You know? I mean, looking... Did we get any options for the poll here today? Top 3 most optimistic. I'm just going to say buy or sell. All right. I'm just going to keep the poll really simple. Buy or sell right now or do nothing. The poll is now live. Buy or sell right now. There's 3 options. Buy, sell, or do nothing. What do you guys think? Vote on the poll. Let me know how you feel right now. John Longdon. John Thomas Prime. Good traders trade good opportunities, much like thieves are always opportunistic and not pre-planned. Yeah, you got to go with what the market gives you. Will we get a presidential tweet today? Another question. Again, eBay did confirm the receipt of the unsolicited proposal from GameStop. I did see that news. Morning. Hey, what's up, friends? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, John, what are your thoughts on McDonald's this week? We'll see what happens. I don't know. John Solo. I'm short oil. I might add more to this position here. We've already made some. I need a little bounce to do it, though. If we get back up to 104, maybe. We're under 104, though. I think that's good. We basically filled this entire gap from the news this morning on the downside here. So I am shorting oil, but I think it's starting to get a little tight down here. What do you guys think? We are shorting oil. I don't know what I want to do. Sometimes the hardest part is doing nothing. Absolutely. Money is made in waiting, not in trading, is my favorite. One of my favorite trading quotes. And so we're starting to break. Long John Silver. I don't like silver, though. No, I'm just joking. I like silver long term. Yeah, I mean, we're up in this trade. We've taken 3 out of 4, you know. Profit. 3 out of 4 in profit off. Johnny on the spot. I like the nicknames, you know. John, ever seen the movie Southern Comfort? No, never seen it, my friend. Tom Lee said that last week the S&P would get to 7,300 and then drop 10%. That happened last week, so I think we'll chop until the CPI release. We got the payroll release this Friday. Again, just to recap here, guys. We have payrolls Friday. Unemployment and FP data. Thursday, we have jobless claims. Wednesday, we got the ADP jobs report for the month. It's not the weekly one that doesn't really move markets. It's the monthly ADP report. Relevant. Interesting. We'll see what happens there. Tomorrow, we have ISM manufacturing PMI and the JOLTS job openings report, which shows quits. It also shows jobs, like hirings, basically. It shows quits, hirings, and more in the JOLTS report. Oil continues to fall back down. So basically, every day outside of today, we got some stuff going on. We are shorting oil this morning, and it's kind of working. It's kind of working. Oh, we're here, guys. We're here. Are you talking about In-N-Out? You know, they recently opened up an In-N-Out in my area. It's okay. The fries are good. I really like the fries. The burger is kind of, you know. Is it the best burger I ever had? No, it's not. You know. I heard the hype. It's all right. It's okay. The fries are good. Like I said, I like crispy, thin, crispy fries. So, the fries are good. Yeah, we're shorting here. We're shorting. We're waiting. We're short. We were long before this, but let's just not talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. We don't talk about that. Because we pivoted to the right direction here in oil. MicroStrategy says no Bitcoin purchases were made last week. No ceasefire as Lebanon escalates. Some of the leaders over there say no ceasefire, accusing Israel and the U.S. of ongoing aggression.
All right, I'm back. What I missed?
Oil continues to fall, Britt.
Oh, okay.
You know, my trade continues to work. The Nasdaq, if we look at it, is slightly up, but still kind of in that range here. We are breaking towards the top of this range, though. So we're getting over the volume-weighted average price. We're still kind of filling the gap to the upside here.
Are we talking about buy or sell on oil or on the Nasdaq?
Oil's falling, which means the Nasdaq's probably rising a little bit more.
I just meant for the poll, which...
just in general, buy or sell indexes, equities.
Oh, okay.
Not oil, you know. Oil's kind of the opposite, but yeah. So glad you also think it's mid. I don't get the In-N-Out hype. It's all right. It's not bad, you know. It's not like, it's not like a Sonic burger, which is just not good at all, you know. Like, Sonic burgers are very, like, worst burger in fast food, I think, is Sonic. And I love Sonic. Give me some cheese sticks. Give me some chili cheese tots, you know.
I love it too, but it's just so bad for you. Like,
yeah.
Especially like people, especially tots. People don't realize like people think, oh, it's just some fried potatoes with salt. It's not that bad for you. It's super salty. It's really bad for you. Tots are so much worse than fries.
I don't want to hear it, Britt. I don't want to hear it. I love tots. I don't want to hear it.
I love them too. I still eat them from time to time. I just recognize what I'm eating.
Don't put that in my mind. But oil is going down more here, guys. Look at oil fall. Yeah, oil falling. This is good news. Yeah, so memory shortage. Jim Cramer's been talking this morning as well. Jim Cramer says memory shortage stocks have gone to a higher place. It's very difficult to imagine it, but stocks do gallop to where they should be. WDC, SanDisk, STK will be overheated until they get where they have to go. Okay, vague. You know, they're going to be up until they go where they go, guys. Jim Cramer, genius. Alphabet's TPUs are not allowed in certain classified situations, according to New York Times, but the U.S. is looking for ways to speed up approval of TPUs, according to New York Times. eBay did come out saying they received the offer from GameStop. And again, personally, I think it's good news for GameStop. I think GameStop needs to do something like this. Oil continues to fall down, though, guys. Look at oil dip. We are shorting oil right now. We are shorting oil. Let's see if the oil continues to break down here. No, I didn't, Britt. I didn't. But, you know. All right, oil coming down. Subway went back to... Yeah, Subway needs to do something. When oil falls, Iran puts out a tweet. Yeah. Man has made a living of not knowing what he's talking about. Oh, you're talking about me, aren't you, Blaze? No. Jim Cramer. Okay, I got it. Culver's is good. Yeah. Is it time to take some profit in this oil short? We've written it down. We've taken profit along the way. I'm going to cover it right here. I'm out. We're going to just get out there.
Just buy back in if it looks like it's going to keep falling.
Right. If we get a little pop back higher here, maybe I short it. And maybe I miss out on some moves. But realistically, right now, I think it's okay to do it. I'm out. And I think that makes sense. I mean, oil has dropped a lot from where we entered it. And so I'm just going to go ahead and take profit there. I think taking profit there makes sense. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh no, rip memory. I mean, RIP, obviously, but what are you talking about, Pew?
Oh, he's talking about inversing Jim Cramer. If Jim Cramer thinks memory stocks are going to go up, then, you know, there's a big dynamic of doing the opposite of what Cramer says. And
I mean, has he really been wrong that often?
Kind of.
Or is it just that people like to grief him?
Well, there was a period of time where he was just missing things. Like, he would get everything wrong for a period of time. You know, and so though. Yeah, so basically in that period of time, it sprouted up. Everybody started basically doing the opposite of what he would say, and then they noticed the trend and that there was some edge in doing so, and then inverse Cramer dynamic sprouted up, and it hasn't left since. This has been for the last 3 or 4 years now that people have been inversing Cramer. Yeah. Yeah, let's take a look at the VIX right now, guys. So here's the VIX. There's the Nasdaq starting to dip here. Here's the VIX. So the VIX, it opened up when the news of potential ceasefire breaking happened. You can see the VIX popped all the way up. It's still relatively low, though, and so markets are pricing in, you know, less volatility, obviously. Markets starting to get baked into the conflict a little bit more. Like, here's the VIX. Just for everybody at home and for Brit. When the VIX goes up, it means volatility is high. You know, we get a big catalyst that negatively pushes the market down and makes, you know, market direction uncertain. VIX goes up. You can see during the March-Iran conflict, you know, March started right here. And you can see the VIX went all the way up to 35 at the peak during the Iran conflict. It has basically settled down. It's actually below where it started the month of March. Right now on the VIX. The VIX is now here. And so the VIX is now lower than it was when it started in March. And so what this shows is that the market is starting to care less about the Iran conflict, I think. Genuinely. Markets just caring less about the Iran conflict. Now, it doesn't mean anything yet, but yeah, markets are kind of pricing in less reactions to the Iran conflict. As I say this here, look at oil continuing to come down. So oil is continuing to come down. Maybe I should have held that short longer here. I'm assuming the Nasdaq is pushing up a little bit. Yeah, okay, look at the Nasdaq jump. So something just happened maybe here. Look at the Nasdaq jump. It's not a big move, but it's still early. Let's see if anything happened here. CENTCOM says U.S. Navy guided missile destroyers are currently operating in the Arabian Gulf after transiting Strait of Hormuz in support of Project Freedom. This news came out about 20 seconds ago. Again, CENTCOM said U.S. Navy guided missile destroyers are currently operating in the Arabian Gulf and transiting the strait in support of Project Freedom. American forces are actively assisting efforts to restore transit for commercial shipping. As a first step, 2 U.S. flagged merchant vessels have successfully transited through the Strait of Hormuz and are safely headed on their journey. End quote. U.S. CENTCOM, which is U.S. Central Command. This news may be making this little pop happen here. Maybe some more optimism. You know, the big part of this is that 2 U.S. flagged merchant vessels have successfully transited through the Strait of Hormuz and are safely headed on their journey. That's probably what this is. Yeah, that's the news coming out. 2 U.S. flagged merchant vessels have successfully transited through the strait. It made it jump a little bit here, but it looks like I should have held that short here, guys, because oil continues to fall down. Look at oil continue to drop. Every saga needs a villain. Yeah, I hate Kramer too. Profit is profit, my friend. Yeah, I'm glad I took profit here. But I probably could have held a little bit longer, realistically.
I'm disappointed, John.
I know, man. I should have held, dude. I should have held. I don't know what I was thinking. You know, somehow I blame Brit for it, but I should have held. It's definitely Brit's fault, you know.
Hey, I called it going short.
Yeah. But oil continues to fall down. WTI crude currently at 103.12s here. 103.12s. So let's see if it keeps dipping. We got some time, you know. We got some time. Let's see if we can find some other good trades to get involved with here, though. Yeah, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Guys, we appreciate the love and support. Stop listening to the crowd. Bitcoin is moving now. Thanks, John. Is it? Bitcoin. There it is, Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin's almost to 79,000 if we look at it here. The Bitcoin is up there. 79K roughly right now. So let's see if the drive up continues. What do you think of AMTM? Let's take a look. I mean, it's on a long-term pullback here. Nuclear infrastructure, market cap of 6.26 billion. Yeah, I don't know if I like the liquidity. Maybe long term I like this stock. Short term I have no idea what it's gonna do, especially with everything going on. I don't hate the pullback here, but it would be long term, and it's definitely not risk free, I think. But good luck if you're in it, sir. Good luck, bro. Hey, thank you, Trujillo, my friend. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you becoming a member of the channel. 9:30, I would get out of an oil short. Yeah, oil, guys, continues to fall down, but it is starting to rebound back higher here. Slightly. Should I short a little pop here? Is the question. Should I short a little bounce? Will the GameStop, again, big story about GameStop. I think this is great for GameStop long term. Now, maybe they don't like it because it's getting rid of cash, but investors are kind of fickle in that regard. Like, a lot of the time, investors always go for what's good short term, and they ignore what's good long term. Obviously, long term, the GameStop business model that they have currently is not sustainable. Let's just be objective here. The long term business model is not sustainable for GameStop. And so, yeah, look at Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin just popped over 79,000. So Bitcoin now over 79,000. But yeah, the long term business model is not sustainable. It's just not. And so with that, you know, we have to look at it objectively and understand that GameStop has to do something with all that cash that they have. And I think buying eBay is probably a good move, you know. They got to do some type. They got to take some risk. They can't just sit on that cash forever, and because eventually their business model will fail if they do. Yeah, Bitcoin 79,000. Oil still down. Nasdaq. Bro, what's up with my charts? Okay, let's fix this.
All of mine went blank.
Mine did too, bro. Is Trade of A down for anybody else? What happened to Trade of A charts just now? Is Trade of A down for you? Let me know right now. Chat, I need your assistance here.
It's definitely down for me. I just refreshed and it's actually worse than it was.
Yeah, my Trade of A charts just went blank, dude. And it sounds like yours did too.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah, so we're gonna have to pull this up. Here's the Nasdaq. Nasdaq just pulled back here. It's at 27,850s. Yeah, it sounds like Trade of A is actually down right now. Trade of A is frozen. Okay. Yes. Okay. So yeah, multiple people confirming in the chat. Trade of A is frozen or down right now. Okay, gotcha.
Only one I have to watch.
I know, bro. I know. It'll be all right. So Trade of A is currently down here. Here's the Nasdaq. Nasdaq at 27. Nasdaq is actually pulling back a little bit here. U.S. Trade Representative Greer says they were in contact with EU trade officials this weekend, according to CNBC. And we did have tariff news that came out over the weekend. Yeah, so Trade of A is down. Thank you. Thank you, my friends. I appreciate the love and the quick responses here. Okay, they're back up. They just popped back up here. Here's Trade of A, so it looks like we're back up here. We're back up here. Is the Nasdaq back up? Yeah. Okay, we're back. Trade of A's back. A momentary blip here. But yeah, so the tariff story is that Trump announced 25% tariff on European Union cars and trucks next week. He said on Friday in a Truth Social post that he's raising tariffs on European Union cars and trucks from 15 to 25%, saying the EU is not complying with the trade deal they struck with him last July. So last July, they did what they called a Turnberry agreement, named after Trump's golf course. That deal set a 15% tariff on EU goods, including autos, down from the 27.5% he previously imposed. But Friday, Trump accused them of not complying. He didn't specify how they didn't comply, but he did say they weren't complying. And so he said he's hiking auto tariffs back up to 25% starting this specific week. It came about a day after he criticized German Chancellor Merz, telling him to focus on ending the Ukraine war instead of interfering in Iran. Germany gets hit the hardest with obviously BMW, Mercedes, Volkswagen, Porsche, all biggest EU auto exporters to the US. So we'll see if that dynamic affects things this week. But yeah, the Nasdaq has been rebounding a little bit today. And again, we're still pretty close to all-time highs. If we zoom out here and we put like a daily chart up, here's a daily chart. We are very close to that. Yeah, we're very close to all-time highs again, guys. So I believe the Nasdaq might have hit it earlier today. Let's see. Let's put a 5-minute chart up. Yes, this is a new all-time high. 966 is the new all-time high. So we are very close to that. So my bias is bullish on the day, just because we're so close to all-time highs here, guys. We are so close to all-time highs that I think, we have to pay attention to it. Just being so freaking close here. Does the Nasdaq, put yes or no in chat right now, does the Nasdaq break all-time highs today, guys? Does the Nasdaq break all-time highs? Yes, Trade Ninja, or Ninja Trader is back. Trade of 8's back. Yeah. Does the Nasdaq break all-time highs, guys? Let me know.
I think I'm going to abstain from this one. What do you think?
I think you abstaining is a good idea, Britt, Because
I thought you might. I don't know. I don't even know how to guess that, honestly. Like, it's so news dependent. I have no idea.
Yeah, so most people are saying probably, yes. I see some no's in the chat, though. I mean, 28,000 is such a big target. Yeah, and we're really close to 28,000. And sometimes 28K can be like a magnet dynamic here. So, right, like 28,000 is just right above where we hit this morning. So here's 28,000 right here. And so that level is kind of like a magnet here. And we are pulling back some. I might actually buy a little bit of the Nasdaq here. We're pretty close to some milestone areas. So I'm going to load into this. And then see if we bounce back higher here. I'll put the
I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon and say yes, and everybody just pretend like you didn't notice me, vacillating like that.
Oh yeah, bro, you said it. We know. You said it. Yeah. All right, there we go. We are in this long here, guys. Let's see what happens. We're right at the volume weighted average price. We're also right at the 200 exponential moving average here. So we got some support underneath us. Lower area of the volume profile. So we got some room to maybe run up to like 900s at the very least, I think here. Maybe if we get close to that, we continue pushing higher here. We'll have some upward dynamic. But we are now long. It's going up. Most people have no idea. When's Brett getting that talking head? How do you know about the talking head, bro?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're up to 73s right now. So we are green here in this trade. This is a 5-minute chart that we have up right now. Let's see if this holds. Again, remember, guys, we are not investment professionals. Gamestop's just a joke. Yeah, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Do it now.
Thanks, Blaze.
Do it now.
You should all try to be like me.
Yeah. When I grow up, I want to be Brett.
Doesn't everybody, though? I mean, realistically, look at me. I mean, you can't look at me, but look at me.
Okay, yeah, listen. I appreciate you saying it, Cade, but please don't spam it. No need to say it 5 times, I appreciate it, though. But, yeah, no need to say it 5 times, sir. All right, so we're actually very nicely green in this trade already. Yeah, we got the bounce already here, guys. We got the bounce already. I'm going to give this time to hold here. But we are in this. We're riding a bounce up. I knew I could do it. Greer said Trump might monitor companies that don't apply for tariff refunds, leading to different responses from businesses. So he's essentially saying he's going to target businesses that apply for tariff refunds. Is essentially what he said. He expects to wrap up trade probes into practices this summer, and that they expect to conclude trade investigations by this summer. He states that tariff revenue is still significant, still a lot of tariff revenue coming in, he says. And so we will see what happens. Nice trades today, John. Yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more patient here with some of these. Hodl.
Brit.
Technically, it's this right here, guys. I'm gonna put it up right here. This is how you spell it. This is how you spell it right here.
Yeah, it's not how you spell it. John just likes trolling me. 2 T's, people. 2 T's.
He's been messing with me about 2 T's for years. In fact, I might nickname him Brit Single T.
Yeah, just eliminate the Brit. Just call me Single T.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're in here. Let's see if we hold.
Battling name.
That's right. I believe that. All right, guys. We're in here, guys. Let's see if we hold. It is now 8:30. We got an hour until the opening bell today. 1 hour until the opening bell. Oh, you guys red or green so far today? I love Single T. That's his name. We might go red here, guys. We might go red. Oh, no. Iced T and Single T. The duo everybody pushes for, Oh no, guys, we might go red. I'm betting the market that we want to hold over the volume weighted average price. We're so close to highs, and I think if there's a bias, it's bullish. Green, red is frack, red. No trade so far. Yeah, honestly, the market's just volatile right here, dude. So we're just volatile right now. Yeah, I am. And you know what? We might add a little bit to this here. We're holding support. I'm going to take a little bit more here. We're taking 6 contracts. Micros, but 6 micro contracts here. We'll see if we continue higher. We got a little room. Single T is a great rap name. All right, so we are now in 6 contracts here. Let's see if the bullishness holds on the 5-minute chart. We got a decent amount of support underneath us here, though, so we got a little bit of like room. My risk level is probably going to be about 825 or so right here. So we can give it some time, but Yeah, let's hope the president doesn't tweet anything, man. That would be catastrophic. Catastrophic. You know.
Catastrophic, some might say, huh?
Yeah. Again, Greer said Trump might monitor different companies that don't apply for tariff refunds, leading to different responses from businesses. I don't know if that news is necessarily good here. I'm red here, guys. I'm red. Nah. CSRI, push it up. Yeah, I hope Trump doesn't tweet. I hope he doesn't. I'm trying to figure out a way to get the chat window higher here. I'll have to keep messing with Streamlabs. Alright, we're now under the VWAP, under the 200 exponential, but we're kind of pulling back to all this support. Yeah, there's no way I'm covering that bread, even if you just said it 10, 12 minutes ago. The president actually did just tweet.
I thought that's the only point I was making, not that it was not that it bore covering or barely.
I don't think I don't think it's necessary to cover this. He did just tweet though 12 minutes ago, but none of it. It's basically just it's really political. It's really political. Yeah. So I'm just not
it's not related to this stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
I just thought it was slightly coincidental, that's all.
No, for sure. I get it. Oil's up. Yeah, I'm going to hold this. Like I said, my risk level is probably down here at 25. And I'm going to set a reward target where the gap fills up here. Right around there is what the plan is so far. You should bring guests from the chat once a week. Yeah, I mean, I can probably do that. Definitely not all the chat. Some of you guys, you know. Some of you guys ain't getting on the show, guys. You know. Yeah, I mean,
do like a raffle to see who gets to come on.
A lottery, you know.
Yeah.
Who could grace us with their presence? You know, who could, you know, win the, you know, super highly desired.
The honor of coming on beginner trading.
Right, that's right. You know. Nasdaq is looking bearish right now. Yeah. So if the tariff refund equals 144 billion, then where's the rest? Dude, what happened to my chat box here, bro? I'm telling you, the chat box is weird.
About the one that was like on the screen, like on the video.
Yeah, it's already on. I can join and talk about flying. Are you a pilot?
No, he just likes to fly, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You know, he's just a bird, you know. All right, so we're starting to get a rebound back up here. Let's see if it holds. We got to get back over the VWAP here. 850s right where we're at now. Auction theory, order flow. Yeah, that stuff's all good. You guys still looking to buy right now? I'm not ready for prime time. If you did lotteries, I'd never get on the show.
Here.
Yeah. Shameless plug for my channel. Okay, you talked me into it, bro. I'm going to check it out, dude. Let's see. He is a pilot. The issue, I'm scared. I'm scared of flying, bro. I'm scared of flying.
Really?
I'm scared. I'm scared of heights, bro. As much as I hate to say this, bro, when I used to walk up the stairs at Blue Bayou, Brent, in Baton Rouge, I got kind of scared. I don't like heights at all. When I go to Disney World and ride roller coasters, I love roller coasters, but if there's like a really high roller coaster, dude, I don't like it at all. I don't like flying. I don't like heights. I'll admit it.
Heights only make me nervous if there's like a legitimate chance of me falling. Like I don't mind climbing up on roofs and stuff like that, but like if it's like a really steep roof, then I get nervous. And it's also kind of freaky to try to get off the roof back onto the ladder. But like if I'm secure, it doesn't bother me. Like up in a plane, I don't care, you know.
Yeah.
Statistically, the chances of crashing are so low
Yeah. I see somebody say, so you almost never fly. I fly. I don't like it. I force it. My wife, okay. I came from a very frugal family, right? Like a very, I'm not going to say cheap, a very frugal family, right? So we almost never flew. We almost never flew growing up. Like I flew places growing up as a kid. Like we go on vacation every like few years. Maybe I'd take a flight. My wife's side is just different. You know, they are flying places every year, multiple times a year. And so since I've been with my wife, I have gotten more used to flying. We're now green on our trade, by the way, guys. We are green on my trade. But the point is, I'm not conditioned to be used to flying yet. I don't like takeoff. I like landing.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah, I'm happy when we land. The point is, you know, but I've gotten used to it. Yeah, there was one time Carol was like, hey, baby, we're flying to New Orleans. And I was like, I don't want to fly. Let's just drive. And she was like, nah, we're flying. And she was like, nothing's going to happen. Watch. You're going to get on the plane. Everything's going to be fine. And I'm like, okay, fine. Like, we can fly. Bro, we get on the plane. And immediately, the freaking oxygen mask dropped down on the plane. Like, turbulence is happening on the plane. I swear this is true. Turbulence has happened on the plane.
Like
and I'm like,
took off?
No, while we're in the air, bro. I know. While we're in the air. And I'm scared shitless. I'm like, what the is going on? I'm looking at Carol like, see? I told you we shouldn't fly. Like, Carol has a picture of me with the oxygen mask on, just kind of like mean mugging her and just being like, how could you do this to me? Apparently, there was some type of pressurization problem. We are green, guys. I'm going to liquidate some of this here because it's been volatile. We're going to take a third of this position off.
So you were having a George Costanza moment, basically?
Basically, yeah, dude. I was upset. I'm still kind of mad about it, to be honest, you know?
Well, the thing is, honestly, as long as it takes to board and deplane and all that stuff, and like you got to get there early and all that, it probably took the same amount of time to fly as it would have to just drive.
Right, no, for sure, 100%. And the airport has been a freaking mess lately, dude. I don't like it at all either. You know,
I don't either.
Especially like I don't like the little planes. The little planes, you know, they're the sketchy
and honestly,
ones.
the only time I got nervous, like in terms of being in an elevated position, even when I knew there was no chance of me falling, is when I was on top of the Hoover Dam looking down. That was freaky.
Yeah. All right, so we're green on this trade, guys. Listen, we're at 870s right now. I knew it would happen. I knew I would be green, and here we are. Green is good.
I had faith in you, John.
I know. Listen, I'm going to take a little bit more off here before you contract back down a little bit. All right, so we've scaled out of this. Yeah. Yeah.
I think you should just go all in on one position, John. Just
it wasn't Spirit. Okay. Go all in.
Yeah, dude. Just bet the farm.
Oil's headed to the low of the day. I remember I was shorting oil this morning. I was shorting oil. And
what's at 102? 75-ish.
Now I should have held. Guys, I should have held. Yeah, we bought the VWAP right here. And again, this is a good lesson here. Like, look, if we can hold the volume weighted average price, that's the right move. Like, look, we went down, we pushed over the VWAP, we dipped, and this is where we bought it, and then we rebounded back up here. So the volume weighted average price, 200 exponential combination, still a really solid levels here. Still really solid levels. So
honestly, you know what I found did wonders for my fear levels, and with things like flying and roller coasters and like just dangerous activities in general, is nihilism. You just got to stop hoping,
stop caring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so, do we think? I don't know, man. Do you think that the markets are going to keep pushing up?
We're so close to highs. The problem, look, the market has been so close to highs for a long time now. For weeks and weeks, we've been at all-time highs. We've been breaking all-time highs almost every single day. And so, in generally, I would say markets, when we're close to highs, they have this magnetism dynamic where we're so close to highs. Markets are getting very priced in and breaking highs. People are getting optimistic. They're starting to get more excited about different things at these high levels. And so because of that, markets are just more likely to push up and potentially break highs, right? And so we see that dynamic a lot. But I think we've been doing it now for so long that, maybe eventually we get a pullback and a big correction back down. I really don't know. But eventually, maybe we get some big correction back down. And I don't know. We'll see, chat. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I know you never really know, but
yeah. What do you guys think? Do you guys think we continue breaking highs today? I mean, I asked people. Most people said yes, but I really don't know at this point in time. I don't mind doing triples. Just enjoying the roller coaster. Inflation is coming.
Rock climber and an expert climbing arborist. Does that mean you do like clipping bonsai trees on the side of the cliff like Karate Kid too?
I want a bonsai tree from watching Karate Kid too. All right, guys. So I did read some recent news that an Iranian liquefied gas carrier has exited the U.S. Navy's encirclement zone without any issues. Greer said Trump might monitor companies. We saw that already. All right, so oil has been pulling down and the Nasdaq has been going up, but at a certain point we probably should. I'm still going to hold this, but we get under the 200 exponential in the VWAP area, we will cut this pretty quickly. So, do we want to add to this? Do we want to add to this? Extreme greed. Most people were wrong. Fed is not doing quantitative tightening. Not QT, so yes. Sideways unless the president starts tweeting. Robot says bail, but F that. Bye. I get it. I get it. We're still in this. We've scaled out of 2/3 of the position at already though. With AGI, these trading streams will be done. Nah, bro. You're still gonna have people trading. I don't know. Oil still breaking down. Yeah, I mean, kind of. It's kind of breaking down. It's kind of slow and like it started to break down. Here's CL futures. It started to break down and now it's just kind of sideways moving. It's still low. It was at 104s earlier. Now it's at 102s. So we got time. And I'm still long in the Nasdaq here. But what's up, Sage? Bitcoin holding steady. Is it? Yeah, look at that yields this morning.
They said streams were going to go away?
They said with AGI. With trading streams might disappear with AGI's artificial general intelligence.
Maybe, but I think people enjoy the human element, the personal touch of these kinds of things, and the interaction as well.
Yeah, and the trading market's so broad. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Like we already have robot trades, but I do think as we get better and better, you're gonna have less and less manual traders. It's still gonna be, you're still gonna have traders, but you're gonna have less of them. But maybe they'll be a little bit more like the niche of manual traders will be a little bit more interesting because there's so many robot traders out there. People trading for themselves might actually get a larger audience. You could see a dynamic like that too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, to some extent, people enjoy the human element, the personal touch. Yeah, for sure. All right, so we're still flat in our Nasdaq long here, guys. It's not really doing too much, but we're still flat here in the NQ long. Yeah, cool, Sam. I'd like to see those pictures.
Yeah. I'm watching oil. Maybe I should have just stayed in the oil short, but we're green nonetheless here. As soon as I said it popped. Yeah, I mean, look. We got a lot of levels underneath this, but realistically, if we look at the volume profile, there's a lot of, like, this is all pretty high volume area, to be honest here. So this is all kind of big volume nodes right here. There's some spaces in between, but...
Do you think that high volume will kind of keep it trending sideways for a while?
Maybe. Big range, potentially, but sideways like this, Yeah. If we break down underneath like 800s, I might get interested in taking a position here, but we'll see. The market may have too many players to even take over. Yeah, for sure. Also, guys, if you haven't already checked out Lucid, check out Lucid, guys. Most day traders lose money. And so if you fund your own account thousands of dollars, you're still probably going to lose money. Lucid, honestly, it's got some pretty good options. You can use my coupon code with most of the major ones as well, chat. And again, everything we do here is free, so we don't sell a course, we don't sell a service, like we don't claim to be experts. We just kind of try to help traders learn and grow and don't do the whole gimmicky expert thing, which sometimes I think people want to follow an expert, and so what you get is you get a lot more people pretending to be experts at stuff. But the reality of it is Lucid's really good for learning how to trade. 60 million plus traders is paid to traders, 50,000 plus traders on Lucid, 4.8 out of 5 Trustpilot rating, 15-minute average payout time, and they process payouts quickly. What I like is the rules that you get on Lucid. End of day drawdown options, 10-to-1 microscaling, no hard breach rules on Lucid. You can go straight to funded as well. You can do Lucid Direct and go straight to funded, $238. Pretty good options here. I'll put the link up if you want to help support the channel. They are an affiliate of mine, so of course I'm biased, but genuinely useful for traders. You can check them out here. I'll put the link up, and we'll see what happens. But we are now red on our Nasdaq position here. We are now red. There's the link right there. You'll pin it to the top of the pin it to the top of the page. I can't talk, bro. I can't talk.
You speak not very well.
Yeah, we're back green here.
Also, you guys hit the like button and join the Discord too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Hit the like button, join the Discord. We're going to take a look at some levels here. I'll see if it leaves my P&L up. I'll leave the P&L up right here, but I want you guys to look at something because here is the 200 exponential and the volume weighted average price area. So here's the VWAP, here's the 200 exponential. One of the things that you see is that when these levels are right around each other, they can act as a really decent support level. And so you can see we move up, we pull back to the VWAP 200 exponential, we rebound back up to the top of the range. When we pull back, where do we bounce? Same exact spot. We move back up. And so if you're looking for range-bound trades, there's some easy momentum found in these levels. And another thing is, like, if you start to break down under some of these big areas below it, so like if you look at some of these really obvious levels underneath us here, you can kind of see where maybe you should set stops. So like 825 is right here, you know, so 825, I like using $quarter numbers. And so far it does look like we're in an upward trend. And you can use this as kind of a trend change. So like, look, we break down underneath the VWAP 200 exponential. Maybe we start fading down and start going red on the day. Looking at a longer term chart though, I think is crucial here. Here's an hourly chart. Obviously, the big question is when we look at an hourly chart is when is this big crazy momentum going to stop? You know, like markets are so green right now. They're so green over the last 20 days plus that when is this going to stop? Are we going to get a correction? And I talked about this earlier. A lot of people are worried that when Wash steps in, we're going to see a correction. You know, some people are talking about maybe a 20% plus drawdown that we're going to get from Wash stepping in. And they reference old changes. Like when Jerome Powell took office, the market dropped like 10% plus. You know, so when Yellen gave it up to Powell in February of 2018, the market dropped 10% in his first week. Now, this was the Volmageddon crash. So it wasn't always like Powell's fault necessarily. But another 20% correction in Q4 of that year. So trade war fears and more. And then a few years later, you got the 2020 crash. So his first year was rough for Jerome Powell. People are worried about that dynamic continuing here with Warsh. And again, Warsh is more concerned about, you know, one of the things that we might see under Warsh, and this is something that a lot of people are talking about. One of the things that we might see under Warsh is we might see Warsh cut interest rates, but also simultaneously do a reduction of the Fed's balance sheet through quantitative tightening. So this is something that we might see through Warsh. And the question is, that really hasn't been done that much historically. So if we do see something like that,
what will the effects be?
We don't know. We don't really know. I think it could be a good move, realistically. Like, I think it could be a good move just because it means, you know, the worst thing that causes inflation is expansion of the Fed's balance sheet. And so if Warsh is kind of against that expansion of the Fed's balance sheet, but he's also simultaneously doing rate cuts, maybe we'll see the best of both worlds. I mean, it's a big maybe. Since it hasn't been done that much before, markets don't really know.
Trying.
Yeah, markets don't really know how to respond. And again, you guys can agree or disagree with me here. But Do you guys think that's a good move? Yes or no? Which, again, is cutting interest rates while simultaneously reducing the Fed's balance sheet. Also, guys, GameStop has completely reversed back down here. So here's GameStop. GameStop has given up all the gains it made. Went up to $30 a share on the eBay acquisition news. It has now fallen all the way back down to $25 a share for GameStop. So GameStop has given all these big moves back here. If we look at some of these odds makers here, markets are now pricing in a 78% chance that WTI crude hits $110 a barrel. Again, a 78% chance WTI crude hits 110 a barrel in May. And just to look at oil here, oil's at 102s right now. I went up to 107s this morning. We'll see if it does.
What's OpenAI doing right now?
OpenAI is a private company.
Oh, it is? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be going live sometime this year. It is supposed to be one of the big IPOs this year, is OpenAI. Pretty sure Burry's shorting GameStop. You think so? I don't know, man.
Hopefully these moments of me sound like a dummy will get further in between.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole eBay story. What do you mean? So I asked people, do you guys agree with Warsh cutting rates while simultaneously lowering the Fed's balance sheet? Do you guys agree with that? Yes or no? Let me know in chat right now. I got too many windows up here. We have ECB member Deginos saying the war shock may be affecting inflation more than growth. Warsh, everything is going bullish. Not right now. You don't think that's good? Higher chance of hitting 90s. Buy GameStop. Pretty sure Burry shorted GameStop. Japanese will just short oil to protect their currency. Cutting rates are happening. I don't know. If we take a look at the Fed watch tool here. Right, here's the Fed watch tool. Alright, so here's the Fed watch tool. Fed watch tool currently pricing in a 95% chance that we pause rates again in June. Again, 95% chance basically. We have a 5% chance that we cut rates 25 basis points. And I think with Warsh stepping in, it becomes more probable that we're going to cut, but it's still not the majority outcome, and that's something that markets are seeing. So oil continues to fall. Here's the Nasdaq. No, not right now. Fed can only control short-term rates. The market will see as inflation triggering and see the U.S. yields move higher. They're going to print until the dollar is turned into confetti. I don't necessarily think that's the case. Not in terms of like Fed printing. I think Warsh is against Fed printing. And so I don't know if we're going to see that as heavy under Warsh. Markets are pretty flat right now though, chat. Markets are pretty sideways here. Should I add more to this now? The longer it holds here, the more I want to add to it. We'd have to use a little bit tighter risk level of maybe like 8 to 30 or so. Alright, you know what? We'll take it. Alright, we're in 5 micros. 5 micro contracts now. Does the Fed start printing this year in 2026? Chat, specifically quantitative easing printing. What do you guys think? Does the Fed start printing this year? Actually, I might be able to put my little...
I mean, based on current statements, no, but who knows if that'll change.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're sitting in this trade right now. Bro, I swear, bro, this chat window does not know which way to freaking go.
Is it adjusting itself or something?
I don't know, dude. Every time I'm like, okay, let me keep it in the lines. And then it doesn't know where to go, bro. It's all right. Yeah, like look, now it's out the lines, dude. I swear. Hold on, let me mess with this. Hold on. Chat box. I need to reduce the width to the same as the height is what it is. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I'll just keep it right here. Alright, they're doing it right now. Well, they're kind of doing it, but it's not quite the same thing as QE. Alright, so we're in this trade. We're down a little bit. It's almost not top of the hour at 9 a.m., guys. It's almost the top of the hour. Let's see what happens at 9 o'clock. Sometimes we get volatility unlocked at 9 o'clock, guys, so we'll see. Alright, so we're almost back green here. I see the chat saying what the Fed's doing right now is called RMPs. Yeah, reserve management purchases. So what they're doing is they're buying enough to keep the balance sheet stable and match trend growth and demand, is what they're calling it. So basically, they're trying to keep the balance sheet the same size now. I don't know if that's the same thing from them expanding their balance sheet, though. You know, at least not in their mind. I know a lot of people are going to consider what they're doing printing right now, but it's, you know, like again, quantitative easing is when the Fed expands their balance sheet. Quantitative easing. It's when they go buy bonds and other assets, injecting liquidity and expanding their balance sheet. It's a dovish action by the Federal Reserve. Quantitative tightening is the opposite of that, where they reduce their balance sheet and they don't directly sell off their balance sheet most of the time. They do what's called passive QT, where they just kind of let the bonds mature and run off. And so what they're doing right now is what they're saying is called RMP, again, reserve management purchases. This is essentially what they are saying they're doing is they're just keeping their balance sheet the same size and keeping up with inflation. Now, keeping up with the inflation is the part that you could talk about, but where you could argue they're expanding it in that regard, but yeah, they ended QT in November. We are green in this trade, guys. We are green. I do want to give this a little bit more time, though, and just chill. So people keep saying the Fed's like doing QE. They're not necessarily. QE means actively buying bonds and pumping money into the market. Like the Fed did stop draining their balance sheet in November, or was it December? So they're keeping their balance sheet, specifically the number that they say is at 6.7 trillion. Is what they say the balance sheet is. Going to stay at 6.7 trillion. All right, look, something just happened here. I'm gonna get out of this trade immediately because it looks catalyst driven. Yeah, something just happened. Let's see what it is. Yeah, look at this red showing up in the Nasdaq. Something just happened here. Freaking news, man. I see U.S. gives companies until 2 p.m. to submit SPR solicitations, but that's not it.
Yeah, I was reading that too. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, oil spiking up and the Nasdaq is dipping down here. This is what this is. So South Korea says checking whether the Korean vessel was attacked in Hormuz. Apparently there's rumors of an attack that just happened. More escalation potential here. Look at the Nasdaq dip. Nasdaq dipping. Yeah. Yeah, Pawn, I saw that. That's the first one I saw, was that the South Korea checking whether the Korean vessel was attacked in Hormuz. I think that's what's driving this, but we don't have any details yet.
How the heck are you getting these posts before I do?
Because my internet's just 2,000 megabits per second.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just have faster internet than you. You have Starlink, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is good. I mean, like, I get like 200 megabits per second. It's not bad for satellite internet.
Right, but it's not mine. Like, mine's going to be faster, for sure. It better be faster. But yeah, again, the news, guys, is that, again, South Korea is checking whether a Korean vessel was attacked in Hormuz is what's driving this market down. That's what this is here. Again, South Korea. I'll put the news up on screen. But this is the news that is influencing market. Also, UAE sends emergency alert for potential missile threats, according to witnesses. So we have a UAE potential missile threat alert is number one, right? So here's number one in chat right now. This is what one of the things that could be doing it. So that's number one. You can see it in the chat. The other one is that South Korea is checking whether Korean vessel was attacked in Hormuz. So here's the other one I'm going to put up in chat right now. These two things are what kind of pushed the market down here.
It's crazy. Just the fact that maybe somebody got shot at sent markets, and
Yeah, again, it's a news-driven market. You can see oil pop up here. Here's oil right now. So oil is pushing higher here. Yeah, part of me wants to short oil here on the spike, but it's also like a situation in which, if we get another confirming catalyst in this way, there's risks. Phone alert issued in Dubai. UAE warns of missile danger. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Nasdaq dipping, oil ripping. Not a huge move considering like the big move that we got earlier on the day. This is a 5-minute chart. We'll put a 1-minute chart up so you can kind of see the move a little bit more. But Nasdaq has fallen down a little bit here. So see if this continues. But yeah, UAE alert for missiles.
My chart for oil isn't moving. What's yours at?
I show oil at 103.30s.
Okay, mine's just stuck at 103.28. It's not like even, fluctuating.
Yeah, mine's at about. Yeah, mine's at 103.30s or so. The question is, do we ride a continuation down, or do you guys think this move gets reversed? Again, a phone issued in Dubai, UAE, stuff going on. So, South Korea checking whether a Korean vessel was attacked in Hormuz as well. So let's see if this trend continues. We now have 25 minutes until the market opens here, guys. 25 minutes. Yeah, so that's part of what this is. Looks like that Nasdaq is still dipping down here some.
I don't know. It's hard to tell if there's confirmation of missiles flying. I'm sure the market's going to keep dropping and oil is going to drive up, but I mean, you can't really guess that.
No, for sure, 100%. Yeah, Nasdaq's still kind of dipping down. Look at this pop. Okay, so the Nasdaq, just look at this. Look at the Nasdaq move here. This is a 1-minute chart though, so it's going to look a little bit bigger, but. All right, Nasdaq just popped higher here. Look at the Nasdaq push back higher. I'm assuming oil's coming down right now. But Nasdaq just popped higher. And then retraced completely back down here. You can't tell me this is not insider trades going on. Besson on Iran says U.S. is opening up Strait, according to Fox News. So Besson on Iran says U.S. is opening up the Strait. Well, yeah, I mean, the president said he's going to try to open up the Strait through his, we got that news over the weekend. Besson's just kind of confirming the news that we got over the weekend. Besson on Iran, we have absolute control of the Strait. I'm going to buy this here in the Nasdaq. It's a little risky, but I mean, look, we're going to buy this. See if we fill some of this gap back down here. We're going to take 8 contracts. See if we pop up here. We'll take profit on the initial pretty quickly here since it's kind of volatile right now, but I do want to see if we pop back higher. There we go. Yes, sir. All right, we're going to take half of this off basically immediately up here, and then we'll sit on the rest a little bit longer. See if we can get over that 200 exponential. There we go. Yep. All right, we're going to take another piece off here and just lock this in. Yes, sir. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to get out of most of this and just hold one left. Finally, I'm on the right side of some news. Just attacking the range. Again, Bessent said the Iranian economy is in a free fall. U.S. is opening Hormuz Strait. We have absolute control over Hormuz, he says. We can hold the rest of this break even now. Just got the alert. Yeah, we get all the rest of this pretty much flat now, but I want to give this time to completely retrace back up there. It's not easy though. Like if we'll still make money from this trade no matter what, but see if it holds. Yeah, we have 23 minutes until the market opens, guys. 23 minutes. So I'm not going to hold this through the opening bell. We've already liquidated a large majority of it and in the profit. But I want to see if this holds heading into the opening bell here. So again, the news that we've gotten recently over the last few minutes is that there were alerts in UAE. Bessent is speaking on the Iran situation. He basically said the U.S. is opening Hormuz Strait, which did make this spike kind of happen here. But we also got news of a potential missile threat in the United Arab Emirates, and so that's kind of where we're at now. We've been mostly trading this morning, and things have mostly been good. But as for now, we're going to see if this holds. See if this holds. Are you guys bullish or bearish now for the rest of the day? Chat, bull or bear? Let me know. Are you bullish or bearish right now in this market? Market manipulation is not. Some of this has to be insider trading too. Like, you know, some of these guys, especially overseas, really, are going to be taking positions based off of potential outcomes here, and in the U.S. I think as well. You know, there's a lot of insider trading going on both sides. You know, obviously, just based off of some of these news releases. Bear, bear, bull, bull, bear, bull. Bear.
I'm gonna go bull.
You're going bullish? Okay. I can respect it. Yeah. Brit the bull. I don't know if you've ever gone bear, though. I really don't. I don't know if you've ever gone bear.
I have like twice.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to say I enjoy the addition to the show. I'm sure you two have said it, missed it. You guys longtime friends. Yeah. Bear, bull, bull. I'm bullish right now. I've mostly been buying the Nasdaq on these pullbacks this morning because a lot of them have just been retracing. Like, we'll get a move down, and everybody will be like, "Oh no, it's the end of the world. Shit's hitting the fan," and then we get a rebound back up. So I've mostly been buying this morning. But
yeah, we've been friends for a long time,
like 20 years.
That's great. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, Iran and U.S. insider. Yeah.
What'd you find?
No, I'm reading. Oh my goodness. Please be good for my trades here, guys. We are in this right now. I don't know what's going on. Something just happened again. We got some update. Let's see. Bessent said the world in 8 to 10 million barrels a day oil deficit. Good time for U.S. partners to step up and pressure Iran, he said. If Iranians want to escalate, we are willing to do so. It's a good time for U.S. partners to step up. I don't know. I'm gonna probably cut this here. This is very whippy right now. This is definitely some type of catalyst. Let me check Truth Social. But this is kind of weird price action. So something. It could be Bessent maybe speaking.
There's nothing on Truth.
Yeah. I don't see anything either. Hold on. Wait. Okay. All clear now regarding the phone alert in Dubai. So that was basically reversed. And now they're saying all clear now regarding the alert in Dubai, in the UAE, basically. And so that's what's going on here. So we are long, and I think long, if that was all clear and there's no more escalation there, which was the worry, maybe we'll hold this long, pun intended, longer term. And there's the rebound back up.
Yeah.
Let's see if we hold here. But yeah, we're basically getting an all clear now, according to, who is this? Amina Baker, which is the head of Middle East Energy and OPEC Plus Insights.
So she might know something, huh?
Yeah. So she's saying it's all clear now regarding UAE alerts that we got about 5 or 10 minutes ago. Bessett's still speaking. He said aware gas prices affecting Americans, but expecting prices to come down quickly when the conflict ends. Temporary aberration will be over in weeks or months, according to Bessent. Let's see if this holds here, guys. Not going anywhere near this price action. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little bit, you know. I don't know if it's easy price action. It's definitely whippy. It's news driven. You know. I think it's an eval day, you know. Sorry, bro. That was just me scaling out of positions.
That was good.
I'm not trading a thing today. Market's just a big casino right now. Hey, listen, you know, you're not wrong necessarily, my friend. You're not wrong, dude. I'll talk and just PR for the market. I'm optimistic. I'm going to hold the rest of this break even. We've already scaled out of, what, 3/4 of the position. Again, Treasury Secretary Bassett says China's been buying 90% of Iranian energy. How much time we got? We got 18 minutes until the opening bell. 18 minutes. Yeah, I don't know if Bessett's what's moving the market. I really don't. I mean, again, Bessett's kind of saying obvious things again. Like, oh, oil prices are going to go down when the conflict ends. Of course they are. I mean, they're not going to go down to where they were before. It's going to take a while for that, I think. But, you know, obviously, if the conflict ends, oil's going to drop, guys.
Kind of a water is wet type situation, as you like to put it.
Yeah, you know, kind of obvious. I don't think that's moving markets. I think everybody already expects oil prices to drop when the conflict ends, of course. And so I think the real news that made that quick little pop back higher is them saying that we're all clear regarding UAE. Is probably what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to. Let's see if we get a pop higher here. I'm waiting. Let's see. There we go. We're looking a little bit better here. Maybe I should have stayed in the full position that I was in. But I think it's okay to take profit when we're this much into the green here. We're trying to hold things a little bit longer and kind of like manage it in that way. But we will see here, guys. We will see. It is May 4th, so May the 4th be with you guys. I hope you guys, you know.
Man, did you just make that up?
This is something that I specifically made up. Yes, definitely me. Not
sounded like
you know.
It sounded like it had a touch of your creative flair.
Oh yeah, dude. That's me all day. You got any more of that plunge protection? Was that your coffee gulp? Like bloop?
No. I don't know what that was. That was my water bottle, not my coffee.
Okay, I was about to say that's a big gulp, Britt. Britt's drinking that coffee today, man. I was like, damn.
You know it.
All right, hey, listen, guys. Lols. Everybody here heard that. The whole stream heard it, Britt. You can't lie to us.
Can't unring a bell, you know, so I won't deny it.
Yeah. All right, guys, listen. 15 minutes until the opening bell. We are long here, but we're starting to drop a little bit. Let's see what happens. It's time. Again,
Schwartz be with you.
Bassett did say the U.S. is opening up the strait, which we already kind of knew. Nasdaq's starting to climb a little bit. Let's see if it holds. Here's oil. What's interesting is that oil kind of popped back higher here too. The Nasdaq didn't really dip back down, and oil did kind of pop back higher here. So maybe we're seeing some other market stuff go on. Harrison Ford just posted that on X. Is it coffee or?
Nah, it's just water.
Yeah. Bearish day, don't hate me. Is it a bearish day? I don't know here, dude. Is it? Is today bearish? All right, guys, we're sitting long here, guys. We got 14 minutes left. 14 minutes left. I'm hoping this holds. Again, the U.S. is calling on China to assist in the Strait of Hormuz operation, which aims to reopen the strait. All right, guys, here we go.
Urges China to increase diplomatic efforts regarding Iran.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too. Next week's summit is a chance for Trump and Chinese president to share views. I want to add back to this. We've been holding at the 200 exponential for a while now on a 1 minute chart. We have been holding here for a while. We do have 13 minutes until the market opens. A lot of fake news. It's open one day, closed the other. Yeah, it really is. The strait is open. No, never mind. The strait is closed. The Nasdaq is jumping up a little bit ahead of the opening bell, though. Let's see if this holds. Well, Hormuz is definitely not open. If we look at the Hormuz ship tracker here, you can see the differences relative to where it was. It's definitely a little bit more open than it was for sure right now. If you look at like the Hormuz ship tracker here, you know, before we were getting like 5, now 12 ships transited in the last 24 hours. That's an improvement for sure. Again, over the weekend, we did have Iran proposing a 14-point plan, including strait opening before nuclear talks. And then we also heard news that some of their one of their newer proposals might say that they're willing to talk about nuclear in the proposal as well. A pause to enrichment at the very least is what we were hearing here. Now, I think somebody on their end came out basically discrediting that story. But we got some stuff like that, you know, some stuff. So
also, I personally just don't think that a simple pause on enrichment will be accepted.
I don't know. I think the longer this goes on, the more likely compromise is on the U.S. side. All right, so look, we pushed back higher here to 860s. We're now back down to 850s. If I was going to add to this, it would be here. The problem is that we're getting kind of close to the market on open, and I don't want to let that volume data influence us too heavily here in this trade. So we are long still in the Nasdaq, but I don't necessarily trust it a lot right here, to be honest. We'll see. We'll see. Do I add back here some size? I think so. All right, we're going to add back here some size and see if we can hold down here. We have 3 micros now. We'll maybe add a little bit more, 4 micros. Give it a little time, see if it pops back. Yeah, the ships getting through has improved. Again, if you look at the Strait of Hormuz tracker here, last week this was like 6 would be the average, like 5 or 6, maybe 3 sometimes last week. 12 ships passing through is a good thing. Okay, dude, like, yeah, so 12 ships passing through is a good thing. Let me watch my trade here. All right, so we're starting to break down. We'll let it test the 200 EMA and then cut it if it can't hold support over it. We're going to start liquidating some of this and just get out now. Take much smaller size as the open approaches. Check breaking news. Ford sold 19,413 EVs in the U.S. in April.
Out of a total 178,667.
Yeah, I mean, that's a decent percentage here. EVs have kind of lost some hype, though. They really have. Like, I think EVs have a very high loyalty score, but they have lost some push over the last few years, I would say. They were really hot, like 2022, 21. But they've definitely lost some hype, for sure.
Do you think pure EVs kind of maybe go away in favor of hybrids?
Yeah. I think that's probably the story, is that pure EVs. I mean, I still think we're going to have them, but they're going to be more niche, and hybrids are going to be seen as the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I mean, it seems to be the most efficient model overall.
Yeah, 12 ships. The normal volume is 150 per day. There's 100 stuck, like 400, I believe. Yeah, but I'm not looking at normal flow. We haven't seen normal flow in the Strait of Hormuz since March started here a month plus ago. You know what I mean? So we haven't seen normal flow in the Strait for a while now. That's not what we're looking at. We're looking at we're looking at the average number of ships that would pass through the Strait in a 24-hour period last week, not before this conflict started. Of course, the normal flow, if you look at this, is 100 plus, but that's not what we're talking about. Again, that's not a reasonable expectation right now. What we're looking at is purely improvement in the Strait of Hormuz. So we're looking at improvement in the Strait, and right now there is improvement. 12 ships is better than 5. Some would say 12 is a larger number than 5, and so yeah, that's what we're looking at. It's just the sheer improvement numbers relative to last week is what we're seeing.
Don't you steal my joking way of speaking that I stole from my dad.
Dude, it's my joke, bro. That's my joke right now, dude. Who is your dad, dude? I don't even know who he is.
Yeah,
it's definitely my joke.
20 years we've been hanging out.
Some would say I'm funny. I've had that joke for years, and you're wrong, Brett.
A beautiful joke.
That's right. I definitely didn't steal it from you saying it last week, Brett. I definitely didn't do that.
No, man, never. I don't even remember saying it.
Yeah, you never said it. It's not true. I will not stand this, Brett. All right, so we're right in my current position here. Very, very flat, very, very choppy market leading into the opening bell. In a couple of minutes, we're going to have the market on open data, so I do have to be a little wary of that here. After years and years of me saying weary instead of weary, I have finally corrected it, chat. I need applause here. I finally corrected it. I do not say weary anymore. I say wary, which is the correct term.
I mean, they're both words,
I've done it. They are both words. I've done it.
John has become very world weary, you guys.
Right.
Not world weary.
I've become very weary of using the word wary instead of weary, is what it is. Is this channel located in the U.S. or Europe?
You shouldn't have to ask me, John. It's your channel.
Is it? I don't know. Where am I located, guys? Where do you guys think I'm located here? I'm curious to see the answers. Where am I located? All right, guys. Opening bell is here. It is upon us.
In 7 minutes.
Oh, let's see if we hold. Bitcoin's not weary anymore. Texas? Okay. Like Texas.
I guess in Norway, based on the accent.
Is this a real question? I didn't mean it to sound that way, I wanted sarcastic responses, guys, not real responses. Come on now. Get with the program.
Yeah, even I knew that. Well, I said Norway.
All right, guys, listen. Wisconsin?
Or some shit.
Dagestan. Yeah. Hey. Narnia? Okay. John London, Louisiana. Ireland.
China. He's in China. Sorry, that was actually probably my worst impression that I've done so far.
It's better than mine, dude. Like I said, every impression I always try to do turns into Australian for some reason. I don't know why. Especially if I try to do like an English accent, it pivots to shrimp on the bobby bite really quickly. I give up. Anyways, guys, we are now almost green in this position ahead of the opening bell. We did have the market on open data. I'm assuming that might help me here. Let's see if it does. But we are still in this position here. We're almost green. Here's your like. Thank you, Matt. I said it. What kind of song is this? What kind of song is this? Where's my music here? How did I... What is this song? I don't know if y'all can hear this, but I've lost my music. Hold on. I got too many windows up. The problem with this big ass monitor that I have is that, like, I put something up. I can't find it back here. Hold on. Is this it? No, that's it. Let me exit out of that. All right, guys, here we go. Here we go. There's my music. I found it. All right, let me find my playlists. All right, we're green here on this trade. Yeah, I had to change the song. I'm sorry, guys. The laughing song?
For some reason.
Oil?
Yeah. Just, it has been for like 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, oil's just not moving. Not really.
No. Mine's like just not showing any progress, any changes, any new candles. It's just stuck at 103.28.
Oh, man. It's probably something you did wrong, Britt, you know?
No, I mean, it probably is, but
Scrub the ground. All right, guys, here we go. The opening bell is upon us here. We got 5 minutes. Let's see what we get. The opening bell is here. What is Alter Bridge? I don't even know what that is.
it's a band.
Oh,
I like
don't
them
know.
pretty good.
Never heard of them. Based in the Strait of Hormuz. I mean, I'm not really... I shorted oil earlier. I got out of that short pretty quickly, though. Now we're long in the Nasdaq, which is basically the same thing here. Nasdaq is popping up a little bit ahead of the opening bell. We got 3 minutes left, chat. 3 minutes left. Should I hold this trade through the opening bell here? Should I hold this? We do have some big earnings this week, guys. So we do have some big earnings. Here's some of them right here. So we have Palantir earnings this evening. Look at me green in the trade. Watch it. Learn it. Palantir earnings today. We have Paramount also earnings. Pinterest, Duolingo after the market closes here. Some other small ones this morning like Tyson Foods and Norwegian Cruise. But tomorrow we have AMD earnings, which might be actually pretty interesting. PayPal earnings in the morning. MicroStrategy tomorrow evening. EA in the evening as well. We got Disney Wednesday morning. Uber. So we got some decent earnings. Nvidia is going to be the big one, not this week, but next week here is when Nvidia is. I think Nvidia is what, May 11th or 12th? So we'll get Nvidia earnings. That's going to be the next big catalyst outside of payroll numbers and more.
What's the current level on Nvidia?
Nvidia currently is, what is it at? It's at like 2.0 something, if I remember correctly. It's at 199s. Sorry. So Nvidia went all the way down to 196s this morning.
Wow.
Now it's pushed back to 199s. What was the catalyst here for Nvidia? Was it that Google news I read earlier today?
Yeah, wasn't like 208 when we closed out last week or somewhere around there?
Yeah, it was something like that. But hold on, guys, real quick. My Nasdaq short's going against me here.
Uh-oh.
Or my Nasdaq long is going against me here. We got the opening bell in 2 minutes here. I might just cut this leading into the opening bell here. I'm going to get out here. We got less than a minute before the open. Let me switch this to something else here. All right, so we're going to trade a different account here right now. All right, guys, let's get ready. Here's the opening bell. Good luck here today, chat. 30 seconds here. 30 seconds before the opening bell.
Good luck, everybody.
Ooh, let's see what we get. AMD just went up big. Did it really? All right, guys, here's the opening bell. 20 seconds, guys. 20 seconds. Hit the live button next to the play button. Put it in 2x speed. Catch up to the stream. We appreciate it. And we'll see what we get today, guys. Here we go. There's the opening bell, guys. There is the open. There's the opening bell. Let's see if it holds. Nasdaq opening up a little bit red this morning. John, I triple dog dare you for what, bro? What? For
Yeah,
what?
you got to specify the dare.
Dare me to what, bro? Listen, I'm not above a triple dog dare. Okay, I'm not above that. All right.
What about quadruple, or is that just like insane?
Never do that, Britt. Never do that.
Just taking it too far.
Yeah, it's taking it way too far, bro. Nasdaq heading up here. Let's see if it holds. I should have held my long, guys. How could you guys let me sell my long that I got in right before I got out right before this green action here? Bull or bear right now, chat? Let me know. How could y'all let me do this? I blame the chat.
I blame the chat too. Just mostly so it doesn't fall on me.
Yeah, so South Korea is trying to verify reports that the ship was attacked in Hormuz, but they confirmed no reported casualties, apparently. But let's see if we hold here. Yeah, you can't declare a quad dog dare, Britt. Look at the Nasdaq coming down here. Nasdaq coming down. I love you.
Love you.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do what everybody thinks I'm going to do. Nasdaq coming down here and brag about my ping pong skills. Maddie, it's all right. I love you. Have a great day.
Maddie's the
So
greatest.
much. I'm so much better at ping pong. You know, I'm so much better. Nasdaq coming down here. Coming down. Let's see if it holds though. We are starting to drop. The opening bell is volatile. Let's see if we hold. Nasdaq starting to dip here. No, realistically, I've won like 7 games in a row now. It's gotten to the point where she gets mad if I even talk about it.
You made her hyper competitive. That's your fault.
I love you, dude. Have a good day, buddy. Have a great day, man. Love you, dude. Have a good day, bro. What's up?
I just had to.
Oh, okay. All right, dude. Love you, bro. Have a good day, man. Hey, confirm with your teacher about the project. Do it.
Are you not saying the name because?
Jack's project is called Lincoln Laxatives. Nasdaq coming down here. Let's see if we hold. Nasdaq is breaking down. We're at 816s, 815s. I can't trade yet. What do we got? 3 minutes into the day yet? 3 minutes?
2.
Yeah. Get rid of shorts. Oil dropping too fast. We're kind of stabilizing right here though, but I don't trust it very much. We start to get close under 800s. I might short under 810s is where I might get interested in shorting, but until then, getting a little pop back up. Here's the 200 exponential here. We maybe should have shorted that level real quick. Let's try. How much time we at? We're 3 minutes into the day. I gotta follow my rules, guys. I gotta wait 4. Yeah, I swear my son's just like I was at school, dude. Just like I was, bro. I was a clown. I could not be serious. You could not get me to be serious when I was at school. You know, he's supposed to do a project based on Abraham Lincoln and a cereal. He said he got his teacher's approval to make it Lincoln Laxatives, though. We'll see if he's telling the truth. That's what. All right, so Nasdaq's starting to come back higher. We're at 850s, 840s. 200 exponential rejecting cleanly here, though. Let's see if we pop back higher. We are 4 minutes into the day, so I do have the green light to trade. There's this popping higher here.
You go long?
Not yet. I'm kind of looking at a short, realistically. But I also think going against all-time highs is a risky endeavor, so we'll see. I'll give it some time. Again, we start to break under 810s, then I'm going to get maybe more interested in shorting. So I do kind of want to just wait and just chill out for a little while here. Maybe I should have shorted the 200
We're
EMA.
employing a wait-and-see strategy.
Kind of, yeah. Nasdaq is down. Yeah, I mean, we have some downward pressure here. We could have a orb set up. We're about 5 minutes in the day, but I'm gonna let things play out a little bit here first. It looks like a short, but it's also with this current market and with it being so close to the opening bell, I think I should wait. I said bye. We did just pop down liquidity grab under that low at 810s, so I'm waiting here. Market's very, very rangy here, though. Very, very rangy. Very, very rangy market. Part of me tempted to short now, though, under 825s. But I'm going to wait. Looks like waiting was the right move. Long or short right now, Chad? What do you guys think?
Ooh. Long.
Yeah, so CNBC's Faber on eBay and GameStop says, I don't think this goes anywhere. Warsha gets confirmed probably on the 11th, Larry. Yeah, I think it's the 11th.
You might
That's
be right,
right.
Serpent. I'm still learning to navigate the platform.
All right, so we are bouncing higher here. Good thing I didn't short. Here's the 200 exponential again, and we are popping higher here, though. We get over 855, I might think about a long pivot. The big green candle, but it doesn't mean anything yet. So I see long, short, short, long, short, short. I don't know, we get back under that 200 EMA, maybe I short again. Yeah, we pop at higher. I'm going to short this now. There we go. That's a big enough pop. Didn't quite get the fill I wanted here, though, but we'll see if we can add some more to this now. There we go. Yes, sir. I'm going to take a piece off of that real quick. Real quick. We are at the bottom of the range here, so if we retrace back higher, I might add some more. But we got a solid little entry here. I'm going to add a little bit more up here right now. Man, just a... If we can add more. We're flat right now. Let's see if it fills some of this gap back down here. Very whippy price action right now, though. I don't really trust this a ton here. But let's see if we can break down some more. There we go. Try to give this a little bit more time. I don't think the GameStop eBay thing gets any legs. Yeah, it's definitely... The board would have to accept it. Hold on. Okay, we're breaking down some. Okay, green is good. Come on. Come on. I believe the Bears can gain control of this here. As long as we don't have some, you know, opposing tweet or something like that. We'll add to it if it gets deeper in my favor here. We got a little bit of time here. We can hold on. There we go. Let's see if we fall down some more. Okay. The buyers are stepping in so steady here, though. It's a problem. Very whippy price action, though. See if we crack down under this wall here. Market doesn't like uncertainty. It says the chat was disconnected. Okay, now it says it's back connected here. What happened? Oh man, I look the other way. It goes against me. I'll let this chill. It looks like we're back up. Can you guys hear me? Are we live here? I think we are live.
I hear you.
Okay, good.
But that's through a different platform, so.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me, guys? Are we good? Yeah, mine said something weird for a second, but now it's back up. You are live? Okay, good. No? Yeah, all good. Yeah, this is taking too long here, to be honest. I'm trying to be patient with this. I'm going to liquidate some of this and then just chill. I don't like it as much. If it breaks down, we'll add back size, but it's taking too long. Yeah, I'm going to just cut this right here and wait now. It's just too sideways. We'll see if this range breaks, and then we'll attack it if it does break with bigger size, I think, here. No, we're live. Hit the live button, Gary. We're live, brother. Looks like I got out just in time, too. We're starting to pop up at... How much time we are? We are 11 minutes into the opening bell. We do have the orb set up potentially here. Here's the orb. The orb will end right here. So we will let this orb play out potentially here. Technically, the top of the orb would actually be right here, but... because of what you consider it. So bulls are starting to gain control right now. Remember, use my coupon code BGT, get the max discount. Tradeify, honestly, has got some great deals. Look at the Nasdaq rip here, though. Hold on, let's see what's going on. Oh, no, wait. Maybe it's just bulls taking control at the opening bell. I got out just in time. I avoided this entire big move on the upside here. You love to see it.
South Korea's maritime ministry explosion happened in engine room at the Korean vessel on Monday.
I see that. And I see a fire is reported there, but it looks like this is just bulls getting control. So we did break the opening range here. Wow.
Well, that may mean, that does indicate to me that they weren't fired upon, that it was just an explosion.
Yeah, and Nvidia rebounded back up. Nvidia's now at 201s now. Apple is falling down at 276s. Google is currently at 380s. AMD is down to 350s. Palantir is up to 150 or so. Do I buy this dip here? So how much time we are? We are 12 minutes into the opening bell. Yeah, I'm trying to wait. Let's see here. We do have a decent pullback here. I'm going to buy this dip now. Maybe add some size here down to the 200 EMA. See if we can retrace back up here. It's looking pretty bullish. Scalp a little bit of this move if we get some follow through, which we kind of are. I think we pop back higher here. Close to all-time highs. VWAP's right underneath us here. There we go. There we go. Take a third of that off or so. Let the rest of this kind of ride. Just kind of build up a cushion here. Take a little bit more of that off now. Cut the rest pretty quickly if we go break even, but now I can try to let this run a little bit longer here. Maybe add some to it. Let's see. We're starting to move up some. We'll add some size back here, guys, as we get closer to the highs. And then maybe take some larger size down here on the pullback, as long as it doesn't fake me out. Let's see if we bounce at the VWAP here and pop right back higher. We are holding a little bit at the VWAP. There we go. Yep. Yep. Come on. There we go. Take a little bit off. I would take like a third of this off and then let the rest ride higher. Come on, let's go. Let's get up there. That VWAP bounce here was clean. Let's see if this holds though now. Here's a second one. I don't like the retest of it though. I'm going to reduce my size a little bit right here and wait. We'll see if the second one pops back up too, but I don't trust it as much. 200 EMA's right there. Our stop loss is going to be right underneath that on the rest of this, but 200 EMA held. There we go. We are now 15 minutes into the orb setup here, so let's see if the orb starts to work now. There we go. Take 6 contracts here and kind of scale in and see this VWAP 200 exponential works. There we go. Yep. There we go. We're going to take some of that off there. Start reducing size up here now. Yep. We're going to take a little bit more off of that here. We'll leave this last one because this last one, if we do a clean orb break, we can continue to ride it up and make money on it. But we've scaled out of a lot of this. Pretty nice green candle for me. It's the opening range breakout. It's the first 15-minute range, and then you're just looking for that to break. And so we are...
So just once you get outside the 15-minute range?
Yeah, I usually look for a pullback afterwards, but since I'm already in this, I can let the orb happen here. Because here's the orb setup. It's about to break right now on the upside, potentially. Yeah, there you go. It just broke. Sometimes it fakes you out, though, and then dips. But since we're already in a position, I think we can let it work a little bit longer here and attack that opening range setup. See if it moves up a little bit more, which it is. So we'll have a decent cushion on the day now to where we can do whatever. There we go. It's trying to get over it. There's the orb break. Yep. See if the orb continues to run now. We are close to all-time highs as well here. That's the only reason I'm holding this. Like, I think the risk of not holding it is much higher.
Do you think it's most likely going to continue to ride up?
Potentially. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I think the risk...
Oh, I know. I mean, nobody knows
the
for
reward.
Sure, but...
Yeah, the reward outweighs the risk of sitting in it. Like, I have time, you know, and I can let this work. All-time highs in the Nasdaq are really not that far away from us, and so we could probably let this continue to, like, you know, maybe add to it even. Cause, our entry's all the way down here at 858s. We're at 880s, almost 890 now. So, yeah, let's see if this holds.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm watching it. I think it's, for me, it's hovering around 882, 83 and starting to climb.
No, 100%. And so it's looking okay. We'll see if this dynamic continues.
Oh, just broke into the 90s.
Yep, there's 90s. I'm going to add a little bit to this now and see if we can hold this higher here. There we go. We're pushing higher.
I think at this point it's going to keep climbing and break 28.
Maybe. 900 might be a roadblock, but it's got to get up there. And then all-time highs are what on the Nasdaq? They're at 965s. So we could have a pullback before then, actually, now that I think about it here.
Yeah. I mean, it might not happen right now. I think it'll happen before end of day.
Yeah.
I think it'll break into 28.
All right, so we got out of the rest of that. We might buy back at a dip right here, though. We're going to start small, though. I'm going to start really small and take just 2 contracts here and then add to it if it goes deeper in my favor. There we go. We got a nice little pop back higher.
Later, Sam.
Let's see if we can wait now on this or what we want to do here. We got the dip buy perfectly. Timed it perfectly. Now we're starting to push back higher here. So let's see if this holds.
What do you think, Chad? You guys think it'll break 28,000 before end of day?
If it does, it's going to be noticeably later, though. We still got time. It depends on what.
No, I know.
Yeah, so we're in this. We've been kind of scalping in and out of this pretty quickly. All right, there are no signs of increased vessel traffic through the Strait a day after the president, according to Al Arabia. But yeah, they're going to say that, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 20 minutes into the day, though. I do want to give this time to run here. So we are, there we go. There's a pop that we wanted. I want to add more to this. There's another squeeze up. You know, this is a funded account that we have done really, really nicely on here, too. There we go. Same strategy. I'm going to liquidate one of these again. But yeah, this is a funded account which we've done really nicely on. If you check out my P&L graph here.
Yeah, I was curious what your win-to-loss ratio is overall.
Let me check. Account. For whatever reason, I try to look at Trade Evade. It's not really loading it easily here.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold the rest of this break even, but I'd like to let it work a little bit more. But I'm going to cut it right there and just get out. We're up really nicely on the day. I don't want to give it back. We'll see if we get another dip here. It's struggling to really break, though, so sometimes it might pull back and then pop right back higher here and just kind of get some people to stop out before it continues higher. I don't know why my Trade Evade's not loading.
It's been wonky for me all morning.
Well, it's not loading my stats is what it like. Does anybody ever run into that issue where Trade Evade, when you try to look at your stats in the stat profile, but it doesn't load it? Yeah, nothing happens when I try to load it. Weird. Why do you prefer trading the micro Nasdaq over the micro E-mini? Because the micro E-mini almost moves a little bit too small here. Look, there's the VWAP bounce here. So again, we actually published a short yesterday where we talked about how we sometimes pull over the volume weighted average price, pull back to it, and continue. And so, like, you look for a decent move over or under the volume weighted average price, and then you kind of piggyback on that move. That's kind of what we're seeing right now here in this market, is we're seeing kind of a big move over the VWAP 200 exponential, pull back to it, and then a rebound back up. So let's see if we hold. Yeah, and I do want to talk about Tradeify. Shameless plug here, shameless plug. But check out Tradeify, guys. Direct to funded options, $207. You can get a 50K funded account for $295. Direct to funded here, direct to funded. And so pretty reasonable for Tradeify. You can use my coupon code there as well, BGT. BGT. Here's the Tradeify link if you want to check it out. But yeah, use my coupon code BGT, get the max discount, guys. We appreciate it. We did exactly what I said we would, which is that we popped right back higher here. Yeah, there's the Tradeify link in chat right there if you want to check it out and use my coupon code. We appreciate it. Look at the Nasdaq though, guys. So the Nasdaq's still popping higher here. We're in a range again though. We broke the opening range and now we formed another range here on the Nasdaq, which is really right here. So this range here between 895 and I would say like 850s at the bottom, right around the 200 EMA VWAP down here. I think that's what most traders are paying attention to now. We do have a little bit of a slope here on the volume profile too, so maybe some profit potential right there. But
I'm just trying to kind of calculate how, if any, how much lag there is between us. What are you at? What are you hitting right now? I'm hitting 878, 76 ish.
Yeah, that's right. 73s now.
Yeah.
Now it's back up to 8, 78, 79, 76s.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I said. Lucid funded account. The good thing about Lucid here, so like if you look at Lucid, right? I hear some people say Lucid funded is better. The good thing about Lucid is that Lucid has, I think, a better consistency rule in their direct to funded options. So if you go Lucid direct, or actually no, it's 20% as well. So consistency rule direct to funded is 20%. Lucid's got some good rules though too. Like it depends on which one you go with, but. All right, look at the Nasdaq start to turn here, though. So we're starting to turn down. They're both really good options, to be honest. I like Tradeify and Lucid, and I use both of them, really. All right, so we just dipped all the way down to the 200 exponential here. Here's the 200 EMA. All right, so we did just pop right down to the 200 exponential, literally right down to it. I'll have to see if Tradeify allows you to trade the micro Bitcoin contract. Which one do you guys prefer, Lucid or Tradeify? Let me know in chat. Might buy this dip. I might buy this dip again here, guys. See if we get a reasonable enough pullback. I'm gonna buy this dip right here. See if we pop back higher. There we go. Immediate pop back higher. Let's see if it holds now, though. Let's see if it gets some legs. All right, so we do have a wall of buyers here, right there. Take a little bit of that off and just scalp that move and see if it holds. Yeah, we got this little dip at 860s here, but we immediately got a nice bounce, and we'll hold the rest pretty much flat here. I'm just trying to keep the profit we have on the day on this. So, it looks like it wants to hold, but yeah, I'm going to cut it right there. We're not going to hold through it. All right, so we are starting to pull back down. We're now at the volume weighted average price again here. So we are at the VWAP, but now we're underneath the VWAP. We're now testing the 200 exponential moving average here, chat. We are also approaching one of the higher volume areas on the volume profile, which is right here around 825s or so. It looks like the POC is right around 825s. So, yeah, we'll see if we hold, but...
What kind of volume have you been taking?
I've been taking larger size. But I'm still taking profit pretty quickly. So we are popping right back up towards the top of the range here. So we dipped right underneath 840s, and now we're popping right back up here. So let's see what happens in this regard. Looks like we're going to start to bounce. And I really like a long here, but we're so rangy right now. I'm not sure what to do. Yeah, the good thing, like Take Profit has some good stuff too. If you look at Take Profit here, all right, man, I should have bought this dip. I was looking at it, but Take profit, you can take daily withdrawals once you're over the buffer too, right? I think is like you can kind of see take profit here. 5 days to pro account, minimum days until withdrawal is 0, right? So that's one of the big things. I think take profit has an immediate withdrawal process, up to 3 resets in pro accounts, 24-hour day live support. So take profit is known, like if you're a new trader, a lot of people like take profit, and they have end of day drawdown trailing, end of day trailing drawdown now as well. So take profit is really good. Like if you're a new trader, I think take profit has some of the cooler rules for new traders where you get used to them. But and if you want to look at take profit, link is in the description for that as well. So, yeah, SanDisk guys today.
I was going to ask about that. What's it doing, or how's it doing?
Oh man, so I made a short when SanDisk released earnings, right? And one of the things we talked about in that short was just some of these moves that SanDisk has been making here. Like SanDisk originally dropped all the way down to like 1,000 from their earnings. Like look, Nvidia's dipping. And the people who bought the dip, I told people like maybe we rebound from this $1,000 in the short that I made, and we have SanDisk up to 1250s right now, 1250s for SanDisk. So just a big move for SanDisk, a big move. We'll see if we hold, but yeah, SanDisk has been pumping higher here, guys, pumping higher. So we'll see if we hold, but I'm still looking for long trades to get involved with here. And we built up a really nice cushion. Finally, it shows some of my P&L here. Let's see if we can put it to April now. What's today? April 4th. Yeah. So, like, here's the stats so far on this funded account. Pretty good results here. Like, pretty good results. Like, this is from, like, the last few weeks. So, like, our P&L has been pretty solid here, and we're mostly trading VWAP 200 exponential ranges and a little bit of volume profile. Yeah, MU, man, MU's up at almost $600. It's at 586s right now. So yeah, Palantir earnings will be interesting. We'll see. Still heading up here. Let's see if we hold. I don't know if I want to buy this dip again now that we're starting to get up there. I kind of do. We're going to buy this dip immediately and see if we spring back higher. I need a larger size though, but see if we springboard up over these over these highs. There we go. Need larger size here. I took a little bit too small here, just a little bit. Take some more size here. Take maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 contracts down here. See if we pop back up. There we go. Yep. Yes, sir. Okay, we're going to immediately take this off. Beautiful long here. Beautiful long. We're going to start liquidating. All right, we only got 2 contracts left here. But we got that nice little springboard bounce here over some of these levels. We're using the volume profile here too. The high volume areas here, we broke past that. Now we're in the kind of where we move fast. So we're going to take profit quickly too on this rebound back up here. But yeah. Kind of liquidating quickly as we go higher. You guys are red to green right now. Red or green, let me know. Yeah, we're dipping down. Let's see if we retrace. Starting to pop.
What are some lesser utilized or more obscure trading strategies that you've heard of?
Yeah, sorry, factory orders just came out. I completely missed it, but factory orders might be boosting this market a little bit more here. So factory orders did show up just now. They posted at 1.5 versus 0.5% expected. So 1.5 versus 0.5% expected. Not really market moving like that, but we did get a little bit of a jump ahead of it here. Data came out right here, so factory orders are much stronger than expected. I'm holding right here still. I'm going to hold this one contract because we've scaled out of like 3/4 of the position now, or maybe 4/5. I can't remember how many contracts I originally took, but I will hold this break even now and get out green if we can't hold over this this node right here. We'll give it a second though. Super green, green, super flat board. And I'm going to cut it right here. So we're out. So we locked on more profit there on the day. Let's see if we hold. Maybe gotten kind of bottom ticked out a little bit more here, but that's okay. Maybe. Do I want to go for it here? How much am I up on the day? I'm up at least a few hundred now on this one. We've traded two different accounts too, but I want to buy this dip back again. I don't know. This is kind of quick. Let's see. Should I buy this dip? I don't know. Breakdown incoming. Looks like I should have bought the dip here, guys.
That's okay. You can't be right all the time, you know.
I've been right a lot today, bro. I'm just saying.
We're pretty great, though.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see if we hold. Is this sad music playing right now? I don't even know why that's on the list. I gotta remove that song, dude. I'd never keep it. Green markets are proving that we can trust. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going into it. Factory orders did show up. Stronger than expected.
Honestly, it sounds like you're playing a James Blunt song.
Yeah, honestly, we're pretty flat. Top 3 greatest. I really want to buy this dip here again. Should I go super heavy here with my trading, guys? Let me know.
I mean, you said you're up pretty good for the day on the account, right?
I have a cushion to do it.
It's hard to advise other people on what to do with their money, but I mean, if you have the cushion, maybe take a chance. I don't know.
It's worked a lot this morning, but the problem is like you keep chipping away at a level. Eventually, you might break down underneath it. Is the real issue. So I think I'm gonna wait here. The 200 exponential and the VWAP are below us, so I think I'm just gonna wait here. I've been pretty freaking accurate today. Let me actually see what my accuracy has been like on this account specifically. Yeah, so let me see. Trade Evade today. Yeah, today we are running at 76% accuracy, guys. 76% accuracy. So this is my trading today. So we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. You can kind of see. These are my stats today. So 76%, pretty freaking good accuracy. We'll see if we hold this, but trust me, bro. Do it. Bet the house on it? I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. Ugh. Choppy as hell. Bottom's gonna give out. I mean, maybe. Let's see what we get today, guys. I might buy this dip right here. We got a cushion here. I just took 10 contracts. I really did not mean to take this much.
Okay,
but I have the cushion to do it. Yeah, I have the cushion to do it. I believe we're going to push back higher here, guys. I have the cushion to allow it. I did not. I doubled the size I wanted to take though. Let's see if we pop back up. There we go. Let's hit a rebound back up here. And no, instead I just get squeezed and dumped on. Come on. You know you want to rebound here. Don't get close to the VWAP. You know you want to do it. There we go. Yep. I believe in you. I believe in you. Yes. Yes. I believe in you. I'm going to take half off here because I really didn't mean to take that large size just now. I believe in you, though. I believe in you. Come on.
Here on the market.
Come on.
Do it. Do it.
Come on. Let's hold up here, guys. Come on.
Come on, guys. Cheer for John.
I believe it. I believe in you. There we go. All right, we'll take a little bit off. Okay. I should have held those 10 contracts, dude. Damn. I believe the Bulls are going to gain control today, though, man. We are still the most accurate today.
You know, I believe we can fly.
Yeah. Yeah, come on. Let's go a little bit higher. We got one little baby contract left. We already scaled out of this. We got the bounce when we wanted to. Oh my goodness. Is this real? What the heck just happened? Freaking news, bro. Some type of news catalyst just happened. Did anybody see this? Damn, dude. I can't do a freaking thing without some crazy freaking news. What was it? What is going on here? Everybody check for tweets. Damn, dude. The heck just happened? I see the president tweeted 22 minutes ago. What the heck was this at 10:08 p.m. or 10:08 a.m., guys?
All I see is from 5 minutes ago, Scott Bessent called on U.S. allies and on China to join an American operation.
I'm still very green on the day, by the way, guys, just to clarify. I actually think I made money on that trade, but what the F was that? What the hell was that, bro? Like this candle just kind of... If anybody saw my screen just froze. Like, it froze completely with a huge-ass red candle on there, bro. I'm sitting there like... At first, I'm like, this is just a glitch. And then it unlocks here. What the heck just happened? Maybe I deserve this. Alright, maybe I deserve this. I don't see anything that would move it either. Explosion and fire reported in South Korea vessel in Hormuz.
Yeah, that's old news, though.
Yeah, but maybe we're getting some updates on that.
Maybe.
This was reported 27 seconds ago, so that would line up with the explosion fire reported in South Korean vessel in Hormuz.
Shit, man, back down in the 850s.
Yeah, I mean, it's still relatively small, but damn, dude. Scary enough to make me cover my position here. More escalation potential. Let's see oil. Oil's probably jumping up on this. Yeah, so oil's jumping up a little bit. Freaking ridiculous, bro. I can't trade anything in this market right now, dude. This market's freaking stupid. This is a stupid market. Yeah, I mean, I got out with... I'm still very green on the day, by the way, chat. If you don't believe me, I mean, look. Luckily, this is why we scale out of our large size quickly here, because, you know. Yeah, currently we're up. Let me refresh this to make sure it's accurate. Yeah, we're currently up 250 on the day, roughly. Right around 250 still. You know. Here is the P&L. So we have dipped a little bit after that last one, but we're up 250 or so on the day. Freaking ridiculous, though. You can't do anything in this freaking market, man. Now we're back up here. Market's just kind of flat. Yeah, I did see that already. Did anybody see what the president posted? I saw that. That's the first thing I saw. I was like, hey, let me look up a Trump tweet. And that's the first thing I saw was this.
Dude, I mean, what a troll.
I don't know if I can even show this. This was supposed
funny.
to... How did I not see this 25 minutes ago? Yeah, I'm not even going to go into it. But look at the Nasdaq starting to rebound back up. So whatever that was, just completely retraced. Hold on. Look at this move now. So the Nasdaq back to the top of the range already here. Already. Okay, we had IRGC spokesperson Brigadier General Hussein Mahibi say, quote, no changes have been made to the management of the Strait of Hormuz. Civilian and commercial vessels complying with the IRGC Navy transit protocols in the designated route will be ensured safe passage, end quote. This was 43 seconds ago. Maybe that's what's boosting markets up. Look at the market fly here, chat. Nasdaq popping up. Nvidia down still, but starting to rebound back up. AMD is still down on the day. MU is still pumping up to almost $600 a share. Google is down since the opening bell here, but the Nasdaq is now rising higher here. We're very close to 28,000 as well as very close to the all-time high level here. Look at the Nasdaq pump right now, guys. So the Nasdaq is a ripping here.
Is that it's a ripping?
It's a ripping here, yeah. Listen, very technical term, Britt. Yeah, remember it.
I will.
You're gonna have a quiz on this later. All right.
Oh no.
It's not really big news. I think maybe the market's just breaking out of the range here. I swear, this is a big bull trap. I'm tempted to buy it, but it could be a big bull trap. I'm hoping it's not. Is this a bull trap, guys? Let me know in chat, yes or no. Is this a bull trap? I don't know here.
No. I don't know.
We're back to the top of the range.
You give an answer in an interrogative form, people can't call you on it later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, it is a bull trap.
I don't know, dude. Looks like it's
a trap.
Give it a couple more candles.
No. I'm going to buy like a reasonable dip here, like a reasonable pullback. Honestly, my accuracy has been on point today, though. At what point should I just stop pushing? You know? Again, we're running at 73% accuracy today. So, at what point should I slow it down here? You know?
Never. I want you to make enough money to retire today.
You know what? Bullock trap. Yeah, trappy. Yeah. It's really tempted to buy it, I think. All right, so yeah, South Korea's foreign minister reported a fire and explosion on a Korean vessel in the Strait of Hormuz. But they didn't report on why it happened. I mean, I can't imagine, you know. It's just an accident. All right, here's a dip. I'm going to buy this dip right here, I think. We're in 4 contracts. There we go.
And the market needs to stop playing with my emotions.
Yeah, I'm in 2 contracts left. I'll hold the rest break even, but I want to see if we rise. There we go. Yes, sir. Again, I'm going to cut up another piece of that, another chunk of that. Still rising. I'll hold the rest break even now, which might be sooner rather than later, but we're so close to 28,000 psychological level. All right, I'm out. It might have just stopped me out, but we made money on the trade, but pretty small actually. We're up about, yeah, 260 to 270 right now. So far, so good. I mean, we've been doing pretty decent. Giant bear flag. Yeah, baby. It's possible. You know.
What's the rest of the market doing? Like the tech sector?
I mean, MU and other like memory providers are up. SanDisk is killing it. 1260s right now. Hit 1275s earlier. I should have held that long too. But it looks really tempted to buy this dip here though. Yeah, well, we already got that. Kaz says the minute you'll see a video about that. We already got that. Really, we got that early this morning. Basically, they said we got news of a ship being fired upon, and then the U.S. basically immediately came out and was like, "Nah, that didn't happen." And so it's hard to figure out what the truth is. Market's pretty flat. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I think, chat. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Let's see what happens today. But again, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow we do have ISM and Jolts. So ISM and Jolts tomorrow. Pretty relevant day here. Market's just so rangy and boring right now. I just don't know if there's much to do here. So again, guys, you want to help support your boy here, check out Lucid. Apex still has 90% off. Let's take a look at all of this. All right, so Apex still has their 90% off sale going on right now. 90% off sale. It ends in 3 days for Apex. Again, 90% off. End of day drawdown options. No payout denials. No MAE rule. No 5-1 rule. Built-in scaling. 50% consistency still. Again, you can get your cheapest account for $19.90. Cheapest accounts in the game. Really useful. Check them out. Use coupon code BGT at checkout. BGT. Do y'all want to do a giveaway real quick? I think we could probably do a giveaway real quick. Y'all want to?
Yeah.
Put yes or no in chat right now if you want to be part of this giveaway here. We'll do it real quick.
And also see if you guys can bump us up to 300 likes before we leave.
Yeah, the giveaway will be a 50K Lucid Pro eval. 50K Lucid Pro eval. Let me see if Streamlabs lets me do it. Hold on. Okay, look, real quick. So we're just going to do the giveaway here. We'll let Nightbot control it. All right. So anybody that types in it's going to be BGT. BGT.
Cool. See you later, Chef.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, man.
All right, guys. Exclamation point BGT. All right, so just say exclamation point BGT. It needs to be exclamation point BGT. It'll sign you up for it. Do it now. Do it now. Yeah, but check it out, Apex here, guys. Again, Apex has new options. Coupon code BGT. 90% off, cheapest accounts in the game. Lucid Pro is kind of the best of everything, in my opinion. Again, 60 million paid to traders, 50,000 use them, 15-minute payout time. Mine was actually faster than 15 minutes. My favorite thing about Lucid is end-of-day drawdown, 10-to-1 micro scaling, which if you guys know me, I love to scale in micro contracts. 90-10 split, no payout windows, clear and simple rules. You can get the max discount by using my coupon code here. Tradeify has the cheapest direct-to-funded. So Tradeify, cheapest direct-to-funded accounts on Tradeify. And then Take Profit is probably the best for beginners if you guys want to participate in it in that way. It looks like I maybe should have held this long a little bit longer here.
Yeah, we're hitting 9/10s.
Yeah. But again, these are all affiliates of mine. I'm biased, but if you want to check out any of the stuff, links in the description here, chat. Again, if you want to be part of the giveaway, use exclamation point BGT. Exclamation point BGT, which is my coupon code for all the major ones. But this is a 50K Pro account on Lucid. 50K Pro. So, check them out. Participate. Be a part of this.
Yes, participate with us.
Wait, I lost my tab here. Hold on, let me find it. I got too many freaking windows up here. Giveaways. There it is. There we are right now. Exclamation point BGT. You only have to type it once and you're in here. So right now I see Jacob, GDS, Will Knight, Real Jono, Black, Tyler Franklin, Chris Barnes, Killing Frenzy, Julian, Vit, Moot, Kitty, Kickin, It's Day, Defo, Rory, Nibbles, Clifford, Daniel, Good News, Checkerboard, Big Slum, BB, Brian, Toxic, Tommy, Jonathan, JB, Sports, MK, Surge, Champagne, Read This, Rambling, Matthias, Saint, Techie, Andre, Backflip, Uncle Nelly, Anti-War, Blazin, and Pew are now in this. So you don't have to say it more than once, Pew. Again, we're waiting for this here. We're waiting for this. Also, am I in sub-only mode? I don't think I am. We're going to put this in sub-only mode real quick. All right, guys, we're at 900s here. 900s. All right, let's go ahead and get this giveaway over with.
That's the spirit.
All right, any last-minute stragglers? Speak now or forever hold your peace, I guess. Nasdaq's back up to the highs of the day, though. Let's see if it holds. Is it the highs of the day, or didn't we break all-time highs earlier this morning? Oh, we broke all-time highs. Not highs of the day, highs of the open, I should say.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Who's the lucky contestant?
All right, we got Gumplings in there. We will give you guys T-minus 60 seconds here. T-minus 60. T-minus 60 seconds, guys.
I feel like that's Forrest Gump's brand of chicken and dumplings.
It is Forrest Gump's, you know. Gumplings. Yeah, look, we're starting to flush. Let's see if we hold under 900s here. Market's just not doing anything today, guys. I'm sorry. All right. We are here. It's time. $895s here. $895s, $890s. $880s. All right, how's the giveaway going? Yeah, if you want to be in the... again, all right, look. Is that enough time? All right, guys, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, it's time. We're at 897s. Rest in peace of Nasdaq. Yeah, I mean, Nasdaq's really just kind of ranging sideways here. All right, guys, here we go. Here's the winner. Killing Frenzy wins. All right, Killing Frenzy wins. You win, sir. Congrats to Killing Frenzy.
Congratulations.
Join the Discord and accept your prize, sir. If you didn't win, you can always use coupon code BGT and get the max discount wherever you go. But Killing Frenzy, he is the winner. He has won this competition. Yeah. So Killing Frenzy, you win. Join our Discord. Here's our Discord link right here. Prize. Check it out. I'll pin it to the top of the chat. You can. I think you can also find it in the description. There's the Discord link right here. Killing Frenzy, accept your prize, sir. Join the Discord. I'll see you guys later. Y'all be great. Have a great day.
Later, everybody. Have fun. Be safe. Do great things.
Yeah. Later, chat. Have a good one. I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good.